It feels like the Bearcats announced themselves. Right, Terry Bennett here on the IRIC Real Estate Pilot Point Football Show. As the Bearcats, some say, shocked the state by beating fifth-ranked Palmer in dominating fashion. In Palmer, by the way, 44-28. A game that Grant Goodwin and I was sideline to sideline was out. First off, great to meet everybody that we met. Enjoyed meeting the broadcast crew. Got to meet the superintendent, the great Dr. Shannon Fuller. Wonderful to meet everybody out there. What an experience. And give Palmer credit. That's a fun game time experience there. Love the stadium being right there on the main road. They were excited. It was just what a district playoff game should be. And man, Pilot Point came out swinging early and often as 13 points in the first quarter, and Palmer could just never catch up. And mainly because they could never stop that Pilot Point run game. 486 yards on only 52 carries. That's crazy. Only 52. I mean, that's a lot in a game, but you're talking about nearly a 9.5 yards per clip there, 6 touchdowns. And as coach will say, and we've talked about it before, the biggest thing is it's not like it's one guy. You had 3 guys get 100 or over 100 yards. You had another one get 66 yards, another one with 36 yards. It was big run plays. It was grind them out run plays. And then that defense held on long enough. Palmer's offense is explosive at times. The Cisnero brothers are the real deal, as we saw. But, man, they could just never get untracked against Pilot Point. Whenever it felt like they were about to take control, like it felt like to me the end of the first half, Palmer was starting to gain control. And then Pilot Point toughs out that last drive. A couple penalties went against Pilot Point, but then a couple penalties helped Pilot Point. They got that field goal to make it a 2-point game. And I just really felt that was really, really important to go into the locker room with at least a 2-score game, and they did. And then every time in that third quarter when it looked like Palmer was about to rise up, Pilot Point shut them down. And that kind of, I felt like that's when the air went out of the Palmer balloon. But, man, either way, what a great win for Pilot Point. Now, to make this win stay great, you got to now beat the teams you're supposed to beat the rest of the way. You know who else you can't beat? That's IRIC Real Estate and Chance Kirby. Now, Chance is, of course, been doing this for over 25 years. So if you're going to buy in the Lake Ray Roberts area, there's nobody else you're going to want to talk to. You can give him a call, 940-300-6900, or you can text him. It's the same number, by the way. And if, again, you're making what most likely will be your biggest financial decision of your life, you're going to want to trust somebody that knows the business, knows the area, is honest, and will do right by you and make sure you get what you looking for. He's not going to try to oversell you just to bump up his side of it. He's going to make sure you're happy with what you get at IRIC Real Estate. So again, give him a call or text 940-300-6900. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the head coach of the Pilot Points, Coach Chad Worrell, right here on the IRIC Real Estate Pilot Point Football Show. Again, it was so nice meeting who all we met out there at the Pilot Point game. And want to remind you, we were there not because I do a Pilot Point show, not because I'm a friend with Chad Worrell, which both of those are true, but we also do a Class 3A show each and every week called Sideline to Sideline. We also do a 4A and a 2A show. So check them out. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com/at L4 Media Company. You can go to our podcast platform. That's S2SGrantandTerry.com, or on all other podcast platform. Just type in Sideline, the number 2, Sideline, and you'll find us there. We usually just kind of talk games around the state. Like this week, a lot of our review was talking Palmer and Pilot Point. That's how big of a win that was for Pilot Point. And then we preview the week that is. We have Coach X, a real coach who writes in on humorous things. Come playoff time, we'll have the infamous playoff tree. I can't even describe it other than the playoff tree. You'll see when he shows up here in a few weeks. So please check us out again. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/at L4 Media Company. Now back to the show. Put it back here on the Pilot Point Football Show. Now joined by the head coach of the Bearcats, Coach Chad Worrell. And Coach, congratulations. Dare I say this might, even over the playoff game, might be the biggest win since you've become the head coach of Pilot Point, as y'all beat Palmer 44-28.
Yeah, it was a big win for us for sure. You know, it just obviously, you know, and they're all big whenever you win a game that, you know, of that magnitude, especially, you know, early on in district, you defeat the, you know, defending the district champion. And like I said, it was a big win. I'm proud of our kids.
You and I were talking before we started recording, and you brought up a good point. And this is what you want to do when you're the supposed underdog. Y'all got up on them early with a couple big plays, a couple of big defensive stands, and it kind of felt like y'all punched them in the mouth, and they just didn't respond.
Well, I just think we grabbed the momentum, and momentum is so important, in games, and whether you're on whichever side you're on, you kind of we gained the momentum early for sure, and I thought we did a good job of holding on to that and really not giving them any huge plays to get them back into it. We definitely they were going to make their plays, and we kind of limited their big plays and made them work for their scores, and then held that momentum. It felt like the field goal before half was big. I
Yes.
thought taking that. Getting that extra 3-point lead going in there, knowing they were going to get the ball, but then also getting the stops in the third quarter when they had made some adjustments and our offense kind of stalled out a couple of drives, they weren't getting any points out of it either. So I thought that was huge.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. At the end of the first half, when it looked like they had kind of maybe got momentum, y'all grabbed it back with an important field goal. And again, the momentum is so important, but especially for a team like y'all that, y'all aren't going to fling the ball around the field. If y'all get down a couple scores, it can tend to be an issue. And so the offense and the ground game, you had almost 500 yards on 52 attempts.
Yeah, and even within that, I mean, anytime you rush for 486 or 48 yards or whatever it was, that's a huge night, and offensive line gets credit and all that. But we had three different backs over 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't one guy doing it, and so I was really proud. We know that we've got different guys that can carry the ball and can rest the other guys since they're playing defense. And I thought our depth offensively of people that can carry the ball and make plays, really was huge for us to be able to do that.
Well, as important as the offense was, the defense, because you and I both talking, before we recorded last week and then talking at the game Friday, you felt Palmer was going to get their points, but your defense, especially the pressure in the second half, was so huge.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the goal going in was to hopefully limit their big plays. Last year we could not get them off the field on third down, and that was the difference this year. We were able to get them off the field and make plays on third down and keep them in third and longs most of the night. And, with Cisneros, that was the key, throwing them for losses and, or no gains and putting them in third and long situations to have a chance to get them off the field. And, man, I was proud of the way our defense everybody rallied to the football. We rotated some guys in there to keep fresh legs. We rotated in some different linebackers to keep fresh legs because there was a lot of running. Sideline on their stretch plays and stretch scheme and the pass and the ball and stuff like that. So our kids, our depth showed up. I thought we were able to keep fresh legs out there. The guys that we were out there did a good job of rallying to the football and making tackles.
All right. Now, this only stays one of the biggest wins for you if y'all continue the momentum this week. You got a Dallas A-plus Academy team. They're 4-1. They're 0-1 in district. When you look at the film, what do you think of the Knights?
I mean, they're really improved over last year. Coach has done a great job there of, getting those kids, and they're another year into his system, and, he's done a good job, and they're really good at what they do. They run the ball. They try to control the clock a lot like us, try to shorten the games and keep the games as close as they can, as long as they can. So, the challenge there is going to be getting them off the field on offense, and then every time we get the ball on offense, be able to go execute.
I know this is weird to say because of where Pilot Point has come from, but this has now become what I would call a classic trap game. Is that something y'all talk about this week, or do you try to avoid that topic?
No, we did. We talked on Monday about, I just tell the kids, that sometimes a big win's harder to get over than a loss. And, a loss will refocus your kids, and it'll refocus everybody, and you'll lock in that next week. And sometimes a big win, it's hard to get over that. And, told them not to read I still call them newspapers, but not to read the articles about them, and, not to believe all the stuff they read this week, because, we still got a lot of work to do, and we still got a lot of room to get better. And so our kids have had a good week of practice. They did a good job of, refocusing and really, I think, putting that behind us and moving on and next man up mentality,
Are you surprised by where you're at after that Lindsay game 3 games ago and then beating Palmer, or do you feel like? I guess I'm saying, is this team exceeding your expectations up to this point this year?
No, they're really not. I mean, we knew all spring and summer that we had gotten stronger and faster, and this is a good group. Last year, last year was last year. I mean, we struggled to kind of learn our system and kind of got in a groove late, and we're just really kind of picking up on where we left off, the second half of last season. You're not going to have your A game every week. I mean, no matter where you're at, you can't play you can't play. We want to as coaches, and I think we want to as fans. We want to play our best game every single week. In reality, you're going to have some down weeks, and you're going to have some weeks where you make some mistakes or you don't play as good for whatever reason, and we're just going to continue to try to get better and move on and keep focused on the next game.
How important is it in this district to be sitting 2-0 and with a game in hand against a team like Palmer?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, you control your own destiny at this point, and that's what it's all about. Is you want to be able to control your own destiny. You don't ever want to, you don't want to ever have to rely on someone else to help you out. And we're 2-0, and our goal here is to be 3-0 going into our bye week next week. And if that's the case, I mean, if we can get there and get that done this week, that's our goal right now, is to be 3-0 headed into our bye week next week.
As always, I want to thank the head coach, Chad Royal, for joining us here on the Pilot Point Coaches Show. Also, again, want to thank IRIC Real Estate for being the sponsor. Please reach out to Chance Kirby if you are looking at buying something in the Lake Ray Roberts area, 940-300-6900. And again, he helps run one of the best broadcasts that you're going to find. I even went back and rewatched the game when we got home Friday night. It was nice to be, I live in DFW, and it was nice to be able to get back home on Friday night. Usually we're staying at a hotel, which is fun too, but still got home, popped up the broadcast. And even though they had some cell phone issues, it was still a top-notch broadcast. And one of the things I like about their broadcast is some of these, and there's homerism, and it's fun, but they're not, they're giving Palmer credit when Palmer made great plays. They're giving Palmer's players credit for being good. And you get some of these hometown broadcasts, and they're going to go out of their way, not necessarily to run down the other team, but never give the other team credit. And I think this crew does a really good job. So please check them out on YouTube, Pilot Point Bearcats. All right. Now you have to continue winning to make this win, which I say is the biggest win since Chad got there. Coach Royal got to Pilot Point, and that's including upsetting Mahia in the playoffs. And I know that was awesome, and that's a great win. And it's also gave him an extra week of practice, which is so important. But just for what this game can mean, because it hasn't meant it yet, depending on how this season goes in the district, but what it can mean is so vital. And that's why I think this was the biggest win. But it can only stay the biggest win until the next biggest win. And the way you do that is you beat the team you're supposed to. Like this week, Dallas A+, who's going to have some talent. You're going to look across the field and say, man, this team got some talent. They are 4-1, but you have to go look at who they've played, and they've struggled even in some of those wins. But, yeah, you want this Palmer win to stay big, well, then you beat the teams you're supposed to do. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week. Let's meet back here next week on the IRIC Real Estate Pilot Point Football Show on L4 Media.
We are live. Good evening, Bearcat fans. This is the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show on PilotPointBearcats.com. I'm Ryan Menard, and in the booth with me tonight is Chris Nortman. It's homecoming here on G.A. Moore Jr. Field at Massey Stadium, and what homecoming it is after the last week we had the pandemonium in Palmer, where the Bearcats dismantled the state-ranked number 5 and defending district champion Palmer Bulldogs.
What an exciting week we had last week, Ryan, upsetting those Palmer Bulldogs. But it is nice to be back home tonight for homecoming. The stands look to be getting pretty packed. There's this excitement is back in Pilot Point. There's a lot of fans coming in. I know, obviously it's homecoming, but it's exciting to see all these fans packing the stadium out.
That's starting to be the theme here again this season. Lots of fans in the stands at the home games. Lots of excitement, and the Bearcats scoring lots of points. Speaking of that, Pilot Point moved to 5-1 on the season, matching their best start since 2021. And what is most exciting is the Bearcats are in control of their own destiny. Last week, they upset the consensus pick to be the District 6 3A champions and did it convincingly.
That upset was impressive by the Bearcats. A lot of times, Ryan, in an upset, you're trying to have the ball kind of bounce your way. There's got to be some funky plays. Just weird things happen, and that didn't happen last week. The Bearcats just dominated in all aspects of the game. The offense had almost 500 yards on the ground with 3 bags over 100 yards rushing. The defense rallied to the ball. They pressured the quarterback all night, and they didn't allow probably the best quarterback we're going to see probably all year to have a great game. Also, we had a 37-yard field goal from number 80 to end of the first half. So we definitely have a great performance last week for the Bearcats, and hopefully we can feed off of that momentum and have a great game tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, you hit it on the beginning right there about a lot of upsets, a lot of fluky things happen. And that's why the sky is the limit for this team at this point, because there was nothing fluky about last week. There was no bad bounce for Palmer. There was no schematic trick play or anything. It was just Pilot Point pedal to the metal from beginning to end, and Palmer couldn't match our intensity, physicality, or really our team speed.
Yeah.
More on that, just to highlight the team speed and how far these Bearcats have come. In last year's matchup against Palmer, the Bearcats rushed for just 206 yards and 5.4 yards a carry and only scored 10 points in that whole game. Last week, the Bearcats exploded for 489 yards rushing on a team average of 9.2 yards per carry, and they put 44 points up on the Bulldogs. The Bearcats spread the ball out amongst 8 different ball carriers and got touchdowns from 6 of those 8. The most electric of the night had to be Drevion James's 75-yard touchdown run early in the second quarter.
That run was spectacular, Ryan. I think on the replay I said it looked like John Little running to the Thanksgiving table. This team, they're loaded with offensive weapons on both sides of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball. There's not one single back you can really key on. Being able to rotate these guys in the backfield is able really to help on both sides of the ball, keeping these guys fresh on defense as well. That played a big factor in last week's game, I think, and everybody being fresh. Ryan, what running back do you think is going to have the best night tonight?
Well, I think really Caden David has a chance because he seems to get a lot of the carries early. Him and Chumley, I think I'd pick David. But if the Bearcats can get out ahead early and get a commanding lead, the shiftiness and explosiveness of Drevion James, who would get more carries if the score got out of hand, I think it's one of those two. I'm actually going to lean towards Drevion James because I do think there's a good opportunity for Pilot Point to split those early carries between Chumley and David, get themselves a commanding lead, and lean on Drevion and Ashton Williamson later on in this game. So that's kind of my answer to that. Tonight, well, before we get to tonight, I talked to a coach earlier, and we started talking about some of the schematics the Bearcats had last week. And early on, they were able to identify some of the matchups, and that led to Drevion James' 75-yard touchdown run, where when they were picking up on keys, they kind of got to set up what they wanted the defense to see and come out the back door, and that led to that explosive play. So great schematics by the coaching staff on that. Really impressive from the Bearcats. Tonight will only be the second meeting between Pilot Point and Dallas A-Plus Academy. Last year, the Bearcats, finding their rhythm, put on an impressive 71-0 shutout win against the Knights. But both of these teams were totally different then. Pilot Point was looking to start building wins after winning one of their last 17 games. And A-Plus Academy was playing with a very young bunch, very undermatched, and they ended up finishing last season 0-10. So last year was the Pilot Point game was one of many rough matchups for them. The Bearcats tonight are coming off the biggest win for this program in quite a few years, and a bye week next week, followed up by 3 tough games that are really going to determine the district crown. This is a classic trap game setup for the Bearcats. What must the mindset be on the Bearcats sideline tonight?
Coach Rural said it best in the Sideline to Sideline show this week. Sometimes a big win is harder to get over than a loss. A lot of times in a loss, you're going to be able to refocus, get mentally prepared for the next week. You're a little upset, you want to rebound. But in a big win, big upset win like we had last week, you're reading the newspaper articles, or you're looking at all the Instagrams and the TikTok postings out there, buying into the hype. And it can kind of distract you in a game like this. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a trap game for the Bearcats. But Coach Verl said on the show that he had that discussion with them on Monday. So I have no doubt that the Bearcats are going to be able to come into this prepared, looking at this like it's just a new game. The score 0-0 to kick off, and let's see what we can do.
Well, that's all good stuff. You're listening to the Bearcat, or Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. And let's go straight into a look at the Dallas A-Plus Academy Knights. The Knights are coming off of an 0-10 season last year, like I talked about. But just like the Bearcats this season, they've been on a revenge tour of their own and are sitting at 4-1 record right now. Last season, coming into this matchup with A-Plus Academy was being outscored by an average of 44 points per game. This year, they've turned that into a +1 point per game advantage. And that would be even better if they didn't play Palmer in their first district game, which Palmer put 56 points up on them. So they have had a big turnaround themselves so far this season. How do you think they're thinking about last year's 71-0 loss against the Bearcats coming into this game?
Yeah, Ryan, you're right. This team is much improved. They're coming on their second year with the new head coach. I'm no doubt they probably have some bulletin board material in the locker room from that 71-0 win last year. And I'm sure this team knows that we had a big win last week and are looking to come out here and upset the Bearcats.
A-Plus Academy, much like the Bearcats, they like to run the ball. They run the ball 90% of their offensive plays and are doing so with a respectable 5 yards per carry average. They haven't been explosive. While during this 4-1 start, they're only scoring 19 points per game. But that's been enough to win 4 of their 5 games. The Knights are led by a senior quarterback, Abdiel Garola. He's ran for 652 of the team's 882 rushing yards, and he has 60% of the team's touchdowns. It sounds like both teams are going to try to limit possessions tonight. What can the Bearcats do to be successful?
Yeah, Ron, this team is very similar to the Bearcats in the aspect they like to run the ball, control the clock, and try to keep the game close. These Bearcats are going to have to eliminate the big plays, get off the field, and get some 3 and outs. Like you said, Ryan, their key is going to be this quarterback, and we're going to have to keep him at bay for us to be successful tonight. And the other big key is going to be the time of possession for the Bearcats and keeping our explosive offense on the field and out of the Knights' hands.
Yep. In this era of high school football, we don't see a lot of close games. A lot of times in this day and age, a 20-point game really is a close game, which is we're not used to seeing as a football fan. But in this era, not a lot of close games at the high school level. But A-Plus Academy's kind of gone the opposite of that. They have 3 close games so far this season. They've won one of their 4 games 6-3, and they won another one 14-8, and that game went to overtime. If they're able to slow down the Bearcats and make this a game late, how can that experience benefit them versus what the Bearcats have seen?
We talked a little bit about that in last week's matchups, and a lot of the games now, the scores do get out of hand, and most teams don't have to play a full four quarters of a game with their starters. You can learn a lot about your team when you have to go through those tough battles and play the full 60 minutes or 48 minutes of a high school game. Besides last week, the Bearcats haven't had to do that this year. If this game is a close one, it could benefit the Knights.
You know, it's so funny. A lot of the talk tonight, the Pilot Point Bearcats are on the exact opposite side of what we were saying last week. We were talking about how the Bearcats needed to find a way to keep themselves close. The Bearcats, it was a measuring stick game. See what you can do. Try to force some weird things happen. Keep it close in the fourth quarter and see what happens. We did all that, and we did more, and we took Palmer to the limit, and we got the win. It's kind of just weird to see 1 week later the Bearcats are on the opposite side of that, of they're the team that is the front runner. I think the spread tonight is 46 points, which in a game where both teams want to run the ball and limit possessions, that's going to be real hard to do. So do you see a more likely scenario tonight where the Bearcats are able to cover that number, or do you see it's more likely that A-Plus Academy is able to keep this close?
Yeah, I think Coach Worrell has these Bearcats prepared. Coming off a big upset win, you also have homecoming tonight, so there is some distractions out there to get ready mentally for the game. But no doubt, Coach Worrell is going to have these Bearcats prepared. And, the expectations, I think, early in the year were just to make it into the playoffs. But right now, the Bearcats are kind of in their driver's seat. They control their own destiny. If they can come out of here with a win, be 3-0 in district, coming into a bye week with 3 tough games left to play, they could. Now the expectations might be to win district and get a favorable playoff seed for us.
Absolutely. You're listening to the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We said last week was the measuring stick game. Test to see where we could be, and we dominated the defending district champions. And now, like you said, we talked to Coach Worrell early in the year. I think it's with John Littlecall and I. When we were talking to Coach Worrell, he asked Coach Worrell what you're talking about with the team when it comes to goals. And goals, and first and foremost for this team, was to get into the playoffs. If they could do more than that, it was the secondary goal was to win district. Now, with you beat Palmer the way you did, and you have it all laid out in front of you with a really good opportunity to see it through, I do think the team has to shift their focus to maybe being district champion. Do you think that's a reasonable expectation?
Yeah, for sure. The Bearcats have kind of turned from being the hunter to the hunted. There's a lot of teams that are now circling the Bearcats on their schedule as this is going to be a tough opponent, and this is the team we're going to have to go through to make it into the playoffs. Where before we were just a team that might be a tough matchup. We're not really sure yet. So
what the Bearcats did last week is they've removed the element of surprise. Pottsboro's not overlooking the Bearcats now. Whitesboro's not overlooking the Bearcats now. This A-Plus Academy team, they're 4-1. They're feeling good about themselves. They saw what happened, and they see it and say, now we have an opportunity to go play spoiler. And the Dallas Oak Life, which is putting up competitive games and scoring lots of points, everybody's now looking at us, and we've removed the elements of surprise, and they're all going to be their best effort now each and every night. In this exact segment last week, I asked how Pilot Point could play spoiler to Palmer. This week, it's how can the Bearcats prevent A-Plus from playing spoiler to them?
Yeah, we're the favorite team tonight, like you said, 44-point favorites in this. We're going to have to come out early, start fast, and put a lot of points up and leave no doubt who the better team is. If we allow the Knights to stick around, build their confidence, get some momentum, we might be in for a long night. But Bearcats got to come out and punch them right in the mouth, and I think hopefully we can put this game away early.
We've mentioned it on a few of the broadcasts. I told Coach Worrell early on the field, the thing that separated this Bearcat team from Bearcats teams we've seen over the past handful of years is the consistency of their maximum effort. We've seen other Bearcat teams in the last 5 or 6 years be really good and reach really high highs. But a lot of those teams might come out on a Friday night and not give their best effort. To this point, this Bearcat team has, and as fun as homecoming is, I'm going to throw a surprise at you, How can homecoming negatively affect the Bearcats on a night like tonight, coming off a huge win, playing against an opponent that you're 46-point favorites against?
Yeah, Ryan, homecoming's got to be tough for especially the players that are playing tonight. You're throwing your pregame rituals off. You might have a certain routine you like to be in, and when 15 to 30 minutes before kickoff, you're having to walk out of the Bearcat head. It's just going to be kind of just more of a distraction. So if you're not mentally getting prepared for something like that throughout the week, it could blindside you and throw you off your game to start and get you to a slow start, like we just talked about, allowing this team to stay in the game early on.
Okay. Well, I ask this every week. Before we get to this question, I ask this every week. If tomorrow morning you woke up and you didn't see this game and all you got was a box score with no score, what is the stat you're looking at to determine if you think the Bearcats won or not?
The stat has got to be if the Bearcats have over 300 yards rushing on the night. I looked up some stats before because I had a feeling you were going to ask that question, Ryan. And the Bearcats are 4-0 this year when they rush for over 300 yards a game. They would be 5-0, but we only played the 2.5 quarters against Callisburg for the rain delay. So, 300 yards is what I'm looking for from the Bearcats on the ground.
They were well on their way to that 300 number against Callisburg before the rain hit the field. What I was going to bring up is, I asked you how homecoming can be a distraction. There are currently a handful of Bearcat football players on the field now ready to see who the homecoming king was. I was going to ask you if you knew anything about that, but I knew better than to ask you something you had no experience doing because you just look at me and straight up say, well, I don't know.
I'm just being honest here. That's what the fans want here, honesty.
Closest thing I guess we had anything like this was senior night, and I do remember just kind of being like, yeah, let's do this. This is cool, but I'm ready to get back in the locker room and get ready to play some football.
Yeah, you're not very talkative, not very energetic for something. You were focused on the night. And my senior night, we had Callisburg, and if we won that game, we were going to be district champs, and Callisburg was a tough opponent. I think we ended up winning that game 18-13. So, yeah, the homecoming, the senior nights, those are distractions for players. I heard my mom told me this week that they used to do homecoming events on a Saturday and not on Fridays. I never knew that.
I didn't either. They got the day off of school today, so they got to do their parade earlier. That's actually something Coach Worrell told us last week about last year's matchup against Palmer. It was homecoming. They had to sit on the track for an hour in the heat. They did the road on the float and all that, and he said they were late to their post-game meal. A bunch of things were thrown off. Well, a bunch of things are going to be thrown off tonight, but I guess with school being out today, getting to do the early parade, hopefully that helps the Bearcats recover and get out to a good start tonight. So we're going to try to rift here a little, and we're going to see who is homecoming king and queen, and so we'll do a little bit of announcing on that.
Let's give our seniors a big round of applause.
We're going to let the voice of Massey Stadium here, Terry Slay, bring us home on the king and queen, and then we'll come back after that with some highlights from last week.
Mercado. They'll be crowning this year's winner. Before the king and queen are crowned, Paul Point High School would like to say a special thank you to Leanne Ray. Leanne has donated the flowers for the homecoming ceremonies for many years. Thank you, Leanne. We really appreciate everything you do for our community. And now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The 2025 homecoming king is Fernando Monterlejo Jr. And the 2025 homecoming queen is Peyton Gooden. This concludes our presentation. Let's give a big round of applause for our homecoming chorus. We're about to play our school songs, and that's first going to be A+ Knights Academy.
And we're back here from that. We're going to get some highlights from last week. The first one is the first score of the night. Josh Chumley, 1-yard touchdown right up the middle, capping off a 6-play, 81-yard touchdown drive to start off the game.
Yeah, the second highlight we're going to have here is Ashton Williams. 21-yard touchdown run on the pitch to the right, caught the corner, got to the end zone fast.
Scoring early and often was the theme for the Bearcats last week. Early in the second quarter, the most electric play of the night, 75-yard touchdown run to move the Bearcat lead from 13-0 to 21-0. This might have been the backbreaker for Palmer. This is where they really realized we might be in some trouble.
Yeah, then we're going to turn around here with a Caden David tough touchdown run of 13 yards off to the right side here, Ryan.
This was big because it was answering the Palmer's first touchdown of the night.
Didn't allow any momentum.
No, and that leads us to the halftime 37-yard field goal to send the Bearcats into halftime up 3 possessions, which was huge with Palmer getting the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and then, Ryan, this was a big fourth down play here. Hunter Newman catching the end on a 14-yard touchdown run. 4th and 4, the big block by Michael Marsh there.
Finishing it off was a tough push 1-yard touchdown from Garrett Evans right up the middle that put this game on ice for the Bearcats. And taking home his first Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game award was Drevion James. He had the 75-yard electric touchdown. He also had a 26-yard touchdown in the second half that really put a knife in the Bulldogs. He had 140 yards on 5 carries and 1 touchdown. He averaged 28 yards per carry on the game last week. We've been saying all year, he's the most shifty back we have. Both Chumley and Caden, they have speed, they have power. They haven't shown a ton of cut jukes and cut steps, jump cuts. It's just been straight ahead. He's been shifty, but that 75-yard touchdown run right up the seam, he just went full speed ahead.
Hit the gas, no brake, just all the way 75 yards. Ryan, I'm pretty impressed that we haven't had a repeat Texas Mexico Power Player of the Game all year, I don't think.
I think you could be right. We'll have to look at the archives for that. I think we had 1 repeat. I think it was Chumley, because Chumley had so many touchdowns through the first 2 games. But I think he went back-to-back, and since then we've had a bunch of different Bearcats. The school songs are wrapped up here. We have about 8 minutes to kick, so we're going to step away 1 second, get an intro, come back with the weather, announce who the homecoming king and queen were, and get ready for Bearcat football. First down, Caden David. Is he going to take it all the way? Hunter Newman's going to take this one to the house. 5-point touchdown. He's going to break one and get in the end zone. No Warren stopping on that one. He absolutely ran through. And Kickle says it's not too late to add great finish to a great run. You're listening to Pilot Point Bearcats football on pilotpointbearcats.com. Like and subscribe on the YouTube. Get notified live when we come on, live on air. Every now and then we have issues up here. We have to relaunch a cast. You get immediately notified. You get highlight cuts through the week. We're starting to grow this thing, starting to be able to put more and more into it. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the special stuff that comes out during the week. We're brought to you by all of our sponsors, but the title sponsor this year, Nick's Italian. He's been a big help to us up here. And I'm getting pumped. The atmosphere's here is good. The stands are filled. The Bearcats are coming out of the locker room. Can't wait to see what the sign reads tonight.
Ryan, the Bearcats are going to sport the all black uniforms, black pants, black jerseys, got the white helmets with the numbers on both sides. Dallas A-Plus Academy, they've got their all white out tonight, the white pants, white jerseys, and white helmets. And what a great, beautiful night for football. We got a nice 77 degrees tonight. Not much of a breeze, but it feels great.
It is a beautiful night for football, and the sign the Bearcats are going to run through says from once upon a time to game time, referencing the A-Plus Academy Knights. It's about to get real for them. I know they got a lot of practice trolling on social media. Let's see how much practice they got on the football field this week.
Yeah, I'm looking for old Lucky Charms David Pickrell to have a great night tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, there was some TikToks and stuff I hope the Bearcats got to see as a little bit of that extra motivation. If you're trying to play spoiler in a trap game, the last thing you should do is try to taunt the other team on social media.
Yeah, I would not recommend that. And hopefully after this night and the score we can put up on the Knights, they might hold off on doing something like that.
I think twice for that next time. The entrance has become quite a grand spectacle here at Massey Stadium. They're not pyrotechnics, but they look like pyrotechnics, just for anybody who's wondering.
You even got the lights inside of the Bearcat head. It's pretty nifty.
It is a good time. So homecoming king Fernando Marmolejo, number 14 for the Bearcats. And the producer doing his work up here tells me the homecoming queen was Peyton Gooding. So congratulations to those two on this special night. But now it's time for the Bearcats to try to move to 3-0 in district.
Definitely exciting night tonight, Ryan. I am very impressed with the Bearcats fans here, packing the stands out.
Bottom left of your screen, you can see a QR code. You can scan that with your phone if you're watching on your TV and get a copy of the rosters for tonight. We're going to do our best to call out the names and as guys make plays and all that, but you can have a roster of your own. Captains for the Bearcats, number 55, Preston Atkins, number 2, Ashton Williamson, number 13, Garrett Evans, and number 52, Julio Almonger. A-Plus Academy Knights just came onto the field waiting to see who all their captains are going to be. But we're getting ready for some Bearcat football here.
Ryan, we're starting to head towards that beautiful football weather, a little crisp air. It's getting closer and closer. We've had a little bit warmer nights so far this season, but the cold weather's coming upon us.
We're going to get the coin toss here, see who wins and who wants the ball, and then I'm imagining we'll get our prayer and national anthem. Captains for the A-Plus Knights, 74, Eduardo Hamarillo, number 12, Jose Castillo, number 2, Julian Zuniga,
and number 27, Jordan Smith, it looks like. I don't know. I might have been wrong on that one. It's a big boy to wear 27.
Number 27?
Yeah, that's a big boy to wear that number. But nowadays, everybody can wear whatever number.
He must have been the one we saw running routes pregame wearing number 50.
Yeah, I'm shocked he is listed at running back and linebacker. But, hey, we'll see what he can bring. That's a bowling ball right there.
Yeah. Let's just say his curl route was not something I'd make sure he had space on.
Yeah. He got quick off the line, all right?
Bearcats look to have won the toss and will defer to the second half. So barring a massive mistake by A-Plus, they'll get the ball here to start the first half. So we're going to turn it over to Terry Slay for the prayer and then the Pilot Point Bearcat Band for the national anthem.
We're going to ask you to please remain standing now for our invocation, followed by a national anthem played by the Pilot Point Bearcat Marching Band. Let's pray. Dear Father, we thank you for Friday nights. We thank you for Friday night football. So Lord, we just pray tonight that you keep the players safe from A-Plus Academy and from Bearcats. Lord, just be with A-Plus as they go back to Dallas. Lord, just watch over them as they travel. So Lord, we thank you for dying on the cross for us. We thank you for saving us of our sins. Lord, we thank you for protecting us each and every day of our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Is that what your dad says? She said after they say
And we're back after that good rendition of the national anthem by the mighty Bearcat Band here tonight. And we're going to see this Bearcat defense on the field first. They got a 3-and-out on their first defensive possession, or it wasn't a 3-and-out, but they did force a punt on the Palmer Bulldog first possession last week. Let's see if they can do the same thing tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the keys of the games we talked about, Ryan, was getting the Knights off the field early and often. Let's not let them build any kind of momentum.
Well, a big Anthony Torres kicking off for the Bearcats. He's kind of been a weapon for them this year. He can boot it deep. He can hit a low line drive up the middle. He kind of places it where he wants. For what we see at this level is if you pooch it to certain kids sometimes, they don't get aggressive to go get the football. It can lead to turnovers. And so let's see how A-Plus Academy plays it tonight. Let's see how aggressive they're going to look early. Or let's see if Coach World just wants to boot it deep and make him go the length of the field.
Yeah, I think ball placement's going to be key in this kickoff here, Ryan. I looked for this ball to go deep.
Diego Minnesota, number 7, back deep for the A-Plus Academy. And they're going to kick it deep, and it's going to be fielded by number 15, Eli Mejia. And he has nowhere to go, and he's driven down at his own 15 by a host of Bearcats. He kind of caught it going backwards, never got his momentum up the field, and was tackled right where he got it.
Ron, one of the things I'm noticing early is there is some energy from these Bearcats tonight.
They like covering kicks, man. They get down the field. The effort you see a team put out on special teams in a lot of cases tells you all you need to know about the effort level that they play with as a team and how they're coached.
Absolutely.
I think we saw that last week with Palmer. We saw a handful of plays from Palmer where the effort on special teams just didn't appear to be there. Kind of signaled to us in the booth maybe they were getting tired of getting hit.
Yeah, that definitely looked like something was wrong on some of the special teams for them.
A-Plus Academy comes to the line, being quarterbacked, looks like by number 5. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back to pass, and he throws it, and it is incomplete. Target number 80, Angel Cano. The quarterback, number 5, Abdiel Gorola. Only 21 passes all season. That's 5 a game, and they pass on first down here tonight.
Bearcats had him covered, but definitely they tried to catch him off guard with that. It's not one of their main plays that the Knights are going to roll out.
Definitely. So that's one. We only have 3 more pass plays to look at tonight if Trent holds. They are back in a shotgun pistol formation. Coach Worrell said they do swap out quarterbacks, but that's because they have number 5 run quite a bit, and he's going to run on this 2nd and 10. Takes a snap, covers both hands on the ball, and gets 1 yard, setting up a 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats defense here early.
Ryan, I noticed the Knights didn't break the huddle till about 12 seconds on the play clock left. They kind of want to do that to control the clock, let the time run out, eliminate as many possessions for the other team as possible. So something to look for tonight. They're not going to be in much of a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage.
Good observation there from A+, and you're right. No urgency getting the play into the huddle. They finally got it. They're breaking it. It's already 10 on the play clock. So they're going to have pistol formation, running back right behind Gorola, and he's going to move to his right. Motion right to left. Snap. And here's another pass. Pressured. Steps up in the pocket. Sack. Number 10 for the Bearcats in. That's Drevion James. He was the second man to it. Number 50, Josh Martinez, might have been first there for the Bearcats, setting up a 3-and-out and an A+ Academy punt.
Little surprising there from the Knights coming out trying to throw the ball on 2 plays there.
Well, I think they might have. Here comes the replay. Well, we thought we saw a replay coming. I caught the replay late. 4th and 11 here, setting up the punt. Punting for the Knights, number 7, Trescion Williams. And the punt is a good spiral punt. It's going to be caught at the 44, already in Knight territory across the 30. That's Hunter Newman going to get the ball all the way to the Knight 25, where the Bearcats will take over when we come back.
Life is full of steps. We learn to take small steps and big steps. We take steps toward adventure, to keep growing. Steps to build a future. To discover what's next. This is banking at its best. This is banking forward.
And we're back here. Bearcats 1st and 10 from the night. 25 with their first possession of the game. In the backfield, we have Caden David and Josh Chumley.
Timeout from the Knights.
We're going to get a timeout from the Knights. We're going to get one more 20-second commercial and come back.
Here at Sideline to Sideline, we love to talk 3A football.
Pottsboro, then Pilot Point, but Pilot Point might make it. Chad's been up there. Now this is his, second year. They could slip into the second or third spot.
Hey, they upset Mahay in the first round of the playoffs last year. We also talk 4A and 2A. So check us out each and every week, Sideline to Sideline.
And we're back here early. Timeout from the Knights. Interesting decision there. See what that was about. I guess they didn't like what they had alignment-wise, but the Bearcats came out in the same formation they always come out in. Garrett Evans under center, Caden David, Josh Chumley next to each other in the backfield, looking to run the ball.
Yeah, look, maybe they didn't have enough players. I'm not sure what. That's an early timeout. A little concerning for the Knights.
Breaking the huddle, same formation. Snap, it's going to be a pitch to David. He bobbles it, but he gets his hands on it. They get the edge 20, 15, 10, pushed out of bounds at the 8-yard line. First down for the Bearcats, setting up a 1st and goal from the 8.
Ryan, number 1 there, Luke Connor for the Bearcats, putting a great block all the way downfield, 15 yards downfield, blocking that defensive back, didn't let go.
These receivers for the Bearcats really like blocking for their running backs, which is a good sign to see. 1st and goal from the Bearcats, I formation. Pitch to Chumley. It's the smash play to the left, inside the 5, down to the 2-3 yard line where they have him marked down. Going to set up a 2nd and goal from the 3.
Leaning heavy on the left side there to start the game, Ryan. I'd like to see that.
Into the boundary on that play. First play, the left side was the field side. They got the edge. Now that it's the boundary, they ran the smash. I'd look for them to come back here and probably run smash right. That's what side the receiver's coming out.
Hey, it's my job to call out the plays ahead of time.
Right formation, and it was a false start on the right side of the Bearcats offensive line, and just let the record show, smash right. That's what play that was.
Ryan, this is the first time I think this season we haven't really highlighted the penalties for the Bearcats. That was one of the things that we talked a lot about last week during the game was the refs were kind of flag happy. And we can't have those penalties in a game like this. That's going to back us up to the 8-yard line.
So 2nd and goal from the 3 turns into 2nd and goal from the 8. One thing I've known about Coach Worrell, I've seen, he doesn't let the other team see in the play before it comes, change his mind. And this is going to be a pitch to the right side, and we're going to get the edge sidestep, and Caden David walks it in the right side of the pylon, and the Bearcats get on the board first here on homecoming.
Let's watch this replay here, Ryan.
Great blocking by Chumley to get him in the end zone. It looked like Garrett Evans, the quarterback, was trying to find somebody to block too. But Caden David outran the block, but he was able to get inside the pylon for the Bearcat touchdown.
Definitely a fast start there for the Bearcats.
Bearcats going for 2, and this just might be right up the middle. Cade Stuckley powers it in. Bearcats go up 8-0 here early in homecoming. 9:15 left in the first quarter.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help you out every now and then? As your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agency, that's why we're here, for peace of mind and to help you protect what matters most to you. Call Denton County Farm Bureau Insurance at 940-387-8572 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can protect what matters. Life insurance products underwritten by Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
And we're back here with the Bearcats having an 8-0 lead on homecoming. Anthony Torres has it teed up, and the kick is deep down the center. Number 7 for the Knights, muffs it. He gets on it. Let's see if he can make anything out of it. He tries to get the Bearcats sideline. He turns it up, and he's going to be tackled at their own 30-yard line for their second possession of the game. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube and Facebook from all over the country tonight.
It's definitely exciting seeing everybody watching us tonight, Ryan. Definitely going to come out for a good broadcast.
Want to shout out special young Rhett Menard is listening tonight, getting a little bit of football watching in after baseball practice.
That's a good chicken boy, isn't it?
Yeah, 6U Pythons ready to take it all next weekend. But the Bearcats here tonight looking to stake their claim to this district as well.
Ryan, that returner was able to give good field position after that muff kickoff.
Yep, 15 yards better than their first drive with the ball at their own 30. Bearcats jump, and so did the Knights. Let's see if the officials think the Bearcats incited the movement from the right side of the Knight offensive line.
Looks like it.
Number 74, Eduardo Harmarillo, was the one who moved for the Knights, but our defensive end on that side, Caleb Reed, might have pushed him, and he did, so it's going to be on the Bearcats, moving the Knights up 5 yards.
2 early penalties from the Bearcats. It's going to be one of the things we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to eliminate.
Well, they only had -1 yards of offense on or -2 yards of offense on the last drive. So if the Bearcats defense can hold true, we're in okay shape. First carry right up the middle, goes nowhere for a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Going to set up a 2nd and 5 for the Knights.
Another 1-yard loss. Defense is firing off the ball here.
On the carry, number 8, Cameron Wells.
2nd and 5 for the Knights after that first down carry. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 1 in running back next to the quarterback. Trying to spread the field, and it's going to be a run to the right side. Tackled in the backfield. Josh Chumley comes shooting through, and a tackle for a loss, setting up a 3rd and 6 for the Knights.
They're staying behind the chains, and I'm all for it, Ryan.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6, passing situation for the Knights. We haven't really seen them get the ball down the field in their 2 attempts. They did get rid of that one quickly, 2 defenders there. The other time, the quarterback was sacked. Let's see what they want to do here with Abdiel Garola still in at quarterback for the Knights.
Ryan, it's throwing me off how it's kind of lethargic they are, breaking the huddle and getting to the line of scrimmage.
They have trips left here on the wide side of the field looking to throw, and they do, and it's going to be caught but tackled immediately for another loss of a yard. And it's going to set up a 4th and 7 and another Knight punt.
Another 3 and out for the Bearcats. That's 2 in a row for us.
A decent punt last time by Diego Minnesota.
Ryan, looks like we got a new returner back here, number 11 for the Bearcats. I don't see him on the roster.
I don't either. For those of you in the chat, please shout out who number 11 is so we can shout him out. But he's going to get a chance to return it here. He catches it, and he's going to get the left side. Cuts up, makes a man miss across the 50. Tackled at the Knight 48-yard line. A good little return there. Showed some explosiveness.
Yeah, Ryan, right before the kick, I seen some of the Bearcats on the sidelines getting a little high. Might be another electric weapon the Bearcats have.
Let's get a quick 20 and come back for the Bearcat drive.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats football season. Open your free e-checking account. No monthly service charge, no minimal balance. Just enroll in e-statements and show your Bearcat pride with the custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Visit pointbank.com to learn more. Point Bank, it's not just banking, it's Point.
1st and 10 from the Knight 48. It's going to be an end around Hunter Newman. He gets a block from David, and Chumley turns it up.
There he goes.
He's going to go 48 yards to the house. Hunter Newman gets on the board here early. Big play for the Bearcats.
Ryan, let's catch this replay here. Look at this block from David to set the edge.
Chumley gets his hands on the guy. David does a great job of giving him a chip that allows him to reach him fully David gets up further up the field, picks up a block, and Hunter Newman takes it all the way to the house.
And there's another one of those weapons for the Bearcats. 2 different Bearcats already scoring touchdowns to start the night.
Swinging the gate here. Looks like we are going to get the Anthony Torres PAT. Big leg on the Anthony Torres. We saw the 37-yard field goal last week go through with ease. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it is wide right. 6:48 left in the first quarter. Pilot Point 14, Knights
Looking for
0.
the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
Nick's Italian Restaurant in Pilot Point serves authentic New York-style pizza, fresh pastas, and other Italian favorites, all based on his family recipes from Queens, New York. Nick will always treat you like family whether you dine in, take out, or cater. Taste the tradition and feel the hospitality at Nick's Italian in Pilot Point.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
And we're back here, homecoming night on G.A. Moore Jr. Field at Massey Stadium. And the Bearcats doing exactly what they need to do after a big win last week and get on the scoreboard early here twice so far, 14-0, along with 2 3-and-outs on defense. Anthony Torres kicks this one deep, and it's going to bounce at the 11 and go straight up, and the coverage team is already there. Luke Connor can't bring him down, but Anthony Torres, I think, covering all the way down. Oh,
that was, I think, Michael Marsh.
I got a little excited when I saw the 2-0. I thought it was 8-0. Michael Marsh getting downfield, making the tackle. But Anthony Torres was in the mix. I love seeing kickers get in the mix on kick coverage.
Yeah, he's not back there playing the deep safety on the kickoff. He's down there trying to make a tackle. He's trying to add to the stat sheet.
We were down on the field before the game, and I did not realize how big a kid he is. Anthony Torres is a big old boy.
Yeah, he's definitely got a big future here in the kicking game.
1st and 10 from their own 7-8-yard line. That's the worst starting field position for the Knights so far, which is bad news because they've only went backwards on their first 2 drives.
Ryan, this up back they got is that running back we highlighted as a captain. He's a big old boy. It's almost like an extra lineman.
That's exactly what I think they have him. And this is going to be a quarterback run right side. And had a chance to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage. Tough run's going to get him 2 yards, 3 yards, setting him up for a 2nd and 7.
Ryan, I think there was 10 Bearcats there on that tackle.
Shout out to John Little in the chat. Good to hear from you. See you back here in a few weeks.
You ruined the special guest we were going to have.
Pilot Point, 78 yards rushing on their 2 drives. Dallas A-Plus Academy, I think, is up to -2 yards of offense so far here early in the 3rd drive. Pistol formation. Snap, drop back, pressured, steps up, and he's gonna escape a sack, but he gets to the line of scrimmage +1. Gonna set up a 3rd and 6 here for the Knights. He was pressured immediately.
Yeah, that was their first positive play of the game so far.
John Little dropping knowledge, older Bearcats apparently. Chris Sugar Bear Franklin wore number 11, like the Pilot Point Bearcats' new kick returner. We still need a name for the new number 11 for the Bearcats. We'll try to confirm before we get it to you. Pistol formation, 3rd and 5 here for the Knights. Snap, and it's going to be a quarterback run in between the tackles to the right side, and it goes nowhere, setting up a 3rd and 5 or 4th and 5 here, and I imagine another A-plus punt.
Ryan, he's a tough little runner. He's almost kind of a running back size as a quarterback.
Hey guys. The new Bearcat number 11 is Hastings Fisher. He's set up for his 2nd punt return. Looked dangerous on the first one. So if he gets an opportunity to return this one, let's see what he does.
Let's see what this kid can do.
He's going to have a chance. He catches it at the 42. He gets it. He's trying to get the right side. Breaks the tackle. Cuts it up the hash mark. He's going for the right pylon. And he gets upended by the kicker at the 13. He looks dangerous here tonight in the return game.
It's that Minnesota we keep talking about, able to make a touchdown-saving tackle there for the Knights. What an electric return, Ryan.
Yeah, but the Bearcats' third drive of the game, all three starting in Knight territory, and it's not because of turnovers. The defense has held the Knights so deep in their own territory that even with a punt, this is a big return that gets us down here, but he fielded the punt in Knight territory.
Ryan, I talked in the pregame show that the stat we're looking for is 300 yards. It's going to take 10 possessions at this rate for the Bearcats to tally up that many yards.
That's right. Well, we talked about how you cover a 46-point spread with two teams like this. It's you keep giving the Bearcats the ball so deep into the opposing team's territory. Cade Stuckley on the route is going to catch his fourth touchdown pass of the season, and I believe that's his fourth in the last 3 games at Massey Stadium. Two weeks ago, one the week before, and this Garrett Evans rollout to the right. He throws a strike to Cade Stuckley, brings it in at the 5, turns it up, walks it into the end zone. Second trip to the end zone tonight for Stuckley. The first one was the 2-point conversion, and that was a touchdown catch.
Yeah, definitely caught the Knights off guard there, looking for a run play, was able to sneak the bootleg out, and wide open receiver for the touchdown.
Anthony Torres getting ready for the kick. Missed his last one. This one is up, and this one is through. 4:07 left in the first quarter here at Massey. Pilot Point 21, A+0.
Hey Bearcat fans, you're probably asking yourself right now, don't I know that voice? Yes, it's Terry Slay, the voice of the Pilot Point Bearcats, and have been for over 35 years. But more importantly, the Slay family has been serving the communities of Lake Ray Roberts in the funeral business. If you find yourself in need of a funeral home, please call us at Slay Memorial Funeral Center, and we'd be honored to take care of your family.
Hey football fans, this is Laura Bradley, broker owner of SouthernLifeLiving.com, a real estate brokerage located right here in Pilot Point, Texas. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, our firm has several experienced agents to guide you through every step of the process. We want to be your go-to source for all of your real estate needs. Please visit our website at SouthernLifeLiving.com, or you can reach me, Laura, the broker owner, at 940-390-3911.
And we're back here. The Bearcats kick coverage team has been A+ tonight, getting down the field and stopping the Knights deep in their own territory. Let's see what Anthony Torres can do here.
Nice little pun you got there, Ryan.
This is a good kick down the Pilot Point side. Fair caught at the 12. Muffs, but he gets on it, and the fair catch is going to bring the ball out to the 25. Good decision by the Knights. It'll give them their second best starting field position of the night, which is the 30-yard line.
Looks like I think we still got this marked at the 14. Are we moving it up? Yeah, if he drops it, does it not count as a fair catch?
Well, the argument in the booth is he fair caught it, but he didn't catch it, so he picked it up on the muff. But in my opinion, the referees blew the whistle dead, which should mean like that's a fair catch. If you drop it and then when you pick it up, they blow the whistle. That should be a live ball. But
worked in the Bearcats' favor. I'll take it.
Worked in the Bearcats' favor. 1st and 10 at the Knight 11-yard line. Or well, no, the chains
are having discussion.
No, the chains were lined up at the 11. It should have been lined up at the 14. 1st and 10 from their own 14. A+ Academy. Oh, number 27 takes the snap, and he's got 7 Bearcats that taking them down. That's number 27. What was the name on 27? Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith looks to be 5'10", 275 pounds, taking the snap back there, and he had nowhere to go.
It's impressive what the kid can do. It's kind of jealous because I wish I had that ability to run the ball instead of playing offensive lineman.
It was a dream of mine to let me play some quarterback, and he's back there again. He's going to take the snap. He's going to run to the right side into another 7 or 8 Bearcats, but this time he pushes the pile for a yard or two, and there is a flag that came out, and I believe it's going to be on the Bearcats.
I don't know if they're going to call him the fridge, but they might call him the mini fridge. I don't know.
Some scores on the bottom left of your screen. Pottsboro 13, Palmer 7 in the first, and Dallas Madison 7, Whitesboro 0 in the first.
And it's helping out the Bearcats there.
Yeah, personal foul on the Bearcats, giving the Knights their first down of the night.
I wonder what the personal foul was there.
It was face mask.
Oh.
Yeah, they called it face mask. The coach on that sideline saw it. He was giving the line judge an earful, and the line judge who threw the flag told him, I got it. Approaching 3 minutes left here in the first quarter with the Bearcats up 3 touchdowns. Jordan Smith still at quarterback for the Knights.
Running this clock all the way down, 7-6.
He's going to take the snap. This time he's going to hand it off, trying to get the left side, and they get tackled for a big loss back at their own 24-yard line.
Cameron Wells there on the carry there, trying to catch the edge, wasn't able to with the swarming Bearcats.
Eli Noblet there on the defensive line getting after it. Other members, Caleb Reed, Josh Martinez, who's created lots of havoc this year. Jason Rangel, wrangling guys up all year. He gets in the backfield and makes plays, man.
Yeah, he's an exciting defensive end for the Bearcats.
Chumley and David running around at linebacker. Hunter Newman, Lane F at cornerbacks. David Pickrell at safety. Fumbled snaps, and it's picked up by the quarterback, but he's going to go back another 3 yards. That's still Jordan Smith at quarterback for the Knights. I didn't see the snap. I wonder if he just wasn't ready for it.
That hit him right in the gut there, Ryan. He was not ready for it.
Snap was a little low, and he just put it on the turf. Luckily for them, they were able to get on it, but it's going to set up a 3rd and 18. Let's see if they bring Garola back or if maybe they let Jordan Smith sling it.
Ryan, I'm excited the trend keeps going this way and the Bearcats keep stacking up points. We're going to get to see a lot of players we might not have seen all season get some activity on the offensive, defensive side of the ball.
Tight formation. Jordan Smith's running to the right, runs into his own running back before he's tackled for another big loss. I see a beanbag out like there might have been a fumble.
There was a fumble on the play.
Let's straighten this out. They threw the beanbag, which generally means the ball came out. We didn't see anybody react like it did. Doesn't look like they're signaling anything. It's going to be 4th and forever for the Knights, setting up another punt.
Got number 11 back here, Fisher. John Little in the chat saying this was the son of a former great Bearcat, Corey Fisher, the former 100-meter record holder.
For Pilot Point?
Yeah. John Little bringing that old school knowledge.
Minister of 90s Bearcat football. It's his job. Pre-snap penalty on the Knights. Going to back them up 5. Going to take 4th and 21 to 4th and 26. Shout out to everybody watching. Like and subscribe. Let's get active in the chat. Facebook, YouTube, monitor them both. Going to shout you out when we get a chance. At times we'll see the UNT score on the screen. We'll see some district scores on the screen. Lots of fun stuff on the screen tonight. Minnesota back to punt for the Knights. He's going to get the snap, and he's going to punt it off low line drive. Hastings. He's going to have a chance if he wants to go get it. He could pick it up. He's going to leave it alone, and the Bearcats are going to take possession at their own 46 when we come back.
With over 40 years' experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote, call 940-390-8656 today.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating and cooling unit? Power Air can handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Power Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing a full consultation so you can choose the system that's right for you, your home, and your business. Call today at 817-487-2286 to schedule your service now. That's Power Air, 817-487-2286.
And we're back. First play, roll out right. Garrett Evans slings it to an open Cole F, who's going to make a man miss inside the 30, and that should be a horse collar. The flag come in. Lane F on the catch and run. Then he's going to get extra yards on the back end. Big play through the passing game.
Yeah, definitely didn't see that one coming. I was looking for a run play to start the drive.
Lane F with a great catch. We'll see the replay here. Two receivers to that side, roll out, good protection, and Garrett Evans throws a strike right into F's chest, caught, makes a one-man miss before he's brought down inside the 30, down at the 25, and they're going to get extra. Back on the touchdown pass, Evans had two men wide open. They were layered. Cade Stuckley was closer to him. Hunter Newman was in the back. I think Garrett Evans made the perfect choice, putting it on Stuckley. Easier throw, nobody in the area. Good decisions so far tonight from Garrett Evans.
Yeah, definitely slinging the ball around. Playing some great quarterback for us tonight.
We got two receivers to the wide side of the field, which is the left. We're in the shotgun. Kind of reverse from last time. We're going to roll out that way. Looking down, Cade Stuckley open in the end zone, and they got him again! He's a touchdown machine here at Massey Stadium.
We need to talk to his dad and see what he's feeding that boy. He's a touchdown machine.
He is.
Watch
Going
the
to
replay.
He was streaking across the middle of the field. Garrett Evans gets his shoulders turned, and another strike to an open Bearcat in the end zone. I believe there was a TikTok post that referenced him as
Noodle Arm?
Noodle Arm. And
I'm not seeing that.
2 touchdowns so far here for the Bearcats quarterback.
We talked about they should probably stay off the TikTok after this week.
More practice, less TikTok. Anthony Torres on the PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, it is high, it is through. 5 seconds left in the first quarter here on homecoming. Pilot Point 28, at Dallas A+0.
Does your lab want a swimming pool? Does your Maine Coon want that window in the sun? How much space do your horses need? Maybe you're shopping for future chickens or a mini cow. Whatever you or your pet's home buying needs are, Whitney Delcourt at Lake Country Lifestyle Real Estate is ready to help you find it. Call Whitney today at 214-724-1607 or visit her website at lakecountrylifestyle.com.
At Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble, we offer something for every child, starting at age 3. Preschool classes to elite tumbling, every class is packed with energy, encouragement, and skill building. Kids tumble, jump, and learn in a safe, exciting environment where all abilities are welcome. Join the gym where confidence is built and every child shines. Your journey starts here at Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble.
And we're back here for the Anthony Torres kick after the Bearcats go up 28-0.
Ryan, one of the exciting things I'm seeing so far is the balance on the Bearcats offense. We got 53 yards on 3 passes, and we got 78 yards on the ground.
Balance for the Bearcats, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Number 8, Cameron Wells on the attempted catch of that kickoff, hits him right in the face mask and rolls right out of bounds. The Knights will get the ball with time for one more play here in the first quarter before we go to the quarter break with the Bearcats commanding lead on the scoreboard. And as you see in the bottom of your screen there, 131 yards of offense for the Bearcats to -11 from the A+ Academy Knights. Their one first down on the night was on a face mask on the Bearcats.
Yeah, Ryan, I think that's 3 of 4 kickoffs that Dallas A+ has muffed the kickoff on.
Things not going their way here early. As expected, if the Bearcats come out to play, which they clearly have, which should be expected with this Coach Worrell coach football team, maximum effort all the time. Back to Garola at quarterback for the Knights. He's going to drop back to pass, and they're just throwing a go ball down the left side. Hunter Newman in good coverage, but a great catch by number 1, Cameron Cofield, who's been the Knights' best weapon on the year other than the quarterback, Garola. And the Knights in the first quarter with a big play that might give them a little momentum going forward. But we're done with one here tonight. Homecoming at Massey Stadium with your Bearcats leading 28-0.
For over 40 years, Chandler Cabinets has been crafting top-quality cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and innovation. From concept to completion, their award-winning designs bring style and function to every space. Experience excellence built to last. Visit chandlercabinets.net or find them on Facebook. Chandler Cabinets, over 40 years of excellence.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with a mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and Southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 Jakes Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats.
And we're back here to start the second quarter with the Bearcats with a commanding 28-0 lead. But the Knights ended the first half with a big pass play to Cofield, giving them a first down closer to midfield. This is the best position they've been on the field so far tonight.
Ryan, there's a great energy here at Massey Stadium tonight.
Band is rocking. Snap. Going to be a quarterback run up the middle. A little room there, not much. It looks like the pile's going to move, and they're going to give him a 3-yard gain on the first down carry.
Definitely one of their few positive plays. It looks like they've gotten up to 15 yards so far, total offense, or I guess 18 now. But
25 yards passing for a total number of 15 yards of total offense. That's not a recipe for success.
Yeah. I'm for it, though. I mean, it's working in the Bearcats' favor.
Well, the Bearcats are forcing it. It's not working in their favor. They're going and making it happen. Impressive showing so far tonight. Garola at quarterback. They already look exhausted back there. Snap, straight drop, and he's just going to sing it deep again. 2 Bearcats in coverage, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Cofield looking for a flag, but the ball wasn't really anywhere close, and there wasn't a whole lot of contact.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by the Knights as much as they've come out throwing. I mean, I know they're not having success on the running game, but they've thrown a lot more than I expected them to.
Well, the one successful play they had was a pass straight down the sideline. I'm not surprised to see them try to throw it again, but that time crossing the field, that's where this secondary for the Bearcats has been extremely dangerous. You want to throw an out, or you want to throw deep across the middle. The Bearcats secondary has gone and gotten it this year. Lots of interceptions.
Yeah, we got a couple ball hawks back there.
2 receivers left for the Knights, and they're looking that way, and they're just going to sling it out to Cofield, who's going to be tackled immediately. It looks like this number 7, Lane F. He lets Cofield catch it and brings him down immediately at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Look at this anticipation. He immediately takes a drop step, sees the ball thrown, drives to the receiver, brings him down to the ground. Great tackle.
Yeah, both Knights there had no time, whether it be the quarterback or the receiver, to make any kind of play.
Hastings, number 11, back. Let's see. He's lightning in a bottle a couple times. He's almost broke 2 so far. Let's see if the Knights are going to keep giving them chances to return.
Yeah, they kicked it to the sidelines last time. Let's see what they do here.
High punt. He's going to go try to get it, and it's going to go out of bounds. When we come back, the Bearcats are going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Need a mechanic you can trust? Key Auto in Pilot Point delivers honest, expert repairs without the dealership prices. From routine maintenance to tricky fixes, they get right the first time. Locally owned, highly rated, and always fair. Stop by Key Auto today, where your car and your wallet are in good hands. 608 North Washington Street in Pilot Point.
Looking for reliable insurance coverage? Wood Insurance in Whitesboro has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, business, farm, or RV insurance, their experienced team is there to find the perfect policy for you. With access to many top-rated carriers, they strive to get you the best coverage at the best price. Call today, 903-564-6469. That's 903-564-6469.
We're back here. Bearcats 4 for 4 on touchdowns and drives tonight. The last two passing. Garrett Evans is going to pitch it out left side. Chumley, he has a chance to get at the seam. He's going to have to bounce it out. And then he's going to be pushed out shy of midfield at about the Bearcat 46-yard line. Big game there from Chumley. Hadn't had a whole lot of opportunity tonight.
Yeah, the Bearcats have spread the ball around quite a bit. And that's probably one of his first big plays of the night.
I know that's no more than his second touch. I think he had a touch earlier that was stopped due to a penalty.
Yeah, that's his third carry on the night, Ryan.
1st and 10 at their own 46. Michael Marsh at the top of the screen. Under center, 2 backs behind Evans. They're going to pitch this to Chumley. It's a smash. He's going to try to get outside, and he's going to break the first man. The second man's going to bring him down for a gain of nothing.
Fourth carry, looks like we're leaning on him for this drive here, Ryan. Definitely a good, successful place. 2 in a row there for him.
Well, he's being replaced here by Ashton Williamson. Maybe see the first touch for him tonight here coming up.
He's an electric weapon for the Bearcats in the backfield.
21-yard touchdown last week in the second quarter. Early in the second quarter here. Ball on the right hash at the night 45-yard line. Bearcats trying to get aligned. Motioning F from the left side of the formation to the right. Coach Worrell didn't like what he saw. He's going to get a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him.
At TNMP, we power more than homes and businesses. We power communities. From restoring outages to upgrading infrastructure, our teams work around the clock to keep electricity safe, reliable, and ready. We're your neighbors, we're your power, we are TNMP.
Ready for a smile that you truly love? At Pilot Point Dentistry, we provide friendly, personalized care for the whole family, right here in Pilot Point. Come join our dental family and experience expert care with a personal touch. Call us today at 940-686-2201.
Is your AC struggling to keep up with the Texas heat? Call Capital Mechanical in Pilot Point. From fast, reliable repairs to brand new installations, their licensed pros keep your home cool and comfortable. Trusted since 2001. Capital Mechanical does it right the first time. Call 940-440-1100.
And we're back. 2 receivers to the right. Ashton Williams in the backfield. That's who I called to get the ball here. And it's going to be a rollout left, another pass. Cade Stuckley open down the field. Evans slings it up in the air. Stuckley goes back and gets it. Counted the 15 down to the 10. What a play by Cade Stuckley.
Going up, get the ball against the defender. Watch this replay here, Ryan.
High points. Evans slings it out there. He has to come back and goes and gets it right over the defender. First and goal from the 10 for the Bearcats.
Hey, Cade Stuckley came to play tonight, Ryan.
I think the Knights saw what I saw. They thought they were giving it to Williams. Come out the backside, deep pass.
She left the prediction of the plays left up to me, Ryan. Yeah, I think I will count the last one.
John Little was right when he said big head Chris. That's for sure.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong there.
Left hash, Williamson David in the backfield, and the flag comes out.
Delay game on the Bearcats
after a big play. Garrett Evans coming to the sideline to get the next play. I guess sometimes after a big play like that, it does take some time to get down the field, get set up, get huddled, and get ready to run the next play.
I don't know. You think with the excitement, they'd be running downfield to celebrate, but
Cade Stuckley, 3 catches, 61 yards just so far here tonight.
Is that 4 for 4 for Evans?
And 2 touchdowns? No, 3 touchdowns. Bad math, 2 touchdowns. But we're looking for 3 here. Rolling out right, in the flat, complete, up and ended at the inside the 5. That's Pickrell on the catch. And we're going to get the penalty yardage back and inside the 5.
5 for 5 tonight, Ryan. Evans is coming out slinging the ball.
Efficiency from this Bearcat offense so far. approaching 200 yards of total offense just so far. I think their season high for passing the season is 114 yards. They have 88 here in the first half. 3 backs in the backfield behind Evans. This is going to be a carry to the left side. Is that
Lane F there, Ryan?
Number 7, Lane F, getting in the end zone for the Bearcats. Expanding their lead to 34 here in the second quarter. 3 running backs back there. It's always hard to see who's getting the ball and where it's going. And the Bearcats take advantage of that and punch it in.
He's been more of a weapon on the defensive side of the ball so far this season, but he came to play tonight too.
A big catch and now a touchdown run.
Bearcats have all kinds of weapons on offense.
It's going to be hard to game plan for. They got 2 horses, but really anybody can get the ball on any play. And if the Bearcats are throwing the ball like they are tonight, it's about impossible to stop. Anthony Torres' kick is up, and it's good. 7:25 left in the first half. Pilot Point 35, A+0.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Shannon Stevens and Hutcherson Insurance Group makes protecting what matters simple, be it business coverage, life insurance, home and auto, or group health. He's got you covered with his personalized service and trusted advice. Call Shannon today at 940-395-1181 to get started.
We're back here getting ready for another Anthony Torres kick, his 6th one of the night. He's got to be getting worn out.
We might have to roll out the backup kicker for the second half, Ryan, at this point. You had your kicking opportunities one time, you know.
Wide right. That's right. I was just more afraid if I was going to kick the holder's finger. Anthony Torres' kick is deep down the right side, caught at the 6. And they're going to try their return up their own sideline, and they make some man miss. And Anthony Torres is going to force the man out, but it's going to be a good return for the Knights, getting all the way up to their own 30.
Yeah, definitely good return there. Didn't muff that one, Ryan.
He was real timid on where he wanted to go with it, trying to find what might be the best angle, and he just took it right up the sideline and got it all the way up to the 30. One of the better starting field positions so far for the Knights.
Ryan, I think we're on pace for that 71-0 score again like last year.
What might end up seeing is what we saw the last home game, running clock in the second half, that really kept the score a lot closer than it could have, should have been when Madison was here just a few weeks ago. I don't think you start that in the second quarter, though.
Yeah.
Bearcat defense continuing to try to get after it here. The Knights have a kind of a tight formation with one receiver leaked out at the top. Bearcats get a good jump off the ball. Quarterback's going to just duck his head and get about 2 yards on the carry, setting up a 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
Definitely kind of interesting formation they've got. They've got kind of a tight end, then a wing back who's angled towards the defensive end. Not something normal, I feel like.
That is normal for not this offense, though. That's normal for a team that's running those wingbacks in motion and getting them moving and pitching them the ball. It is kind of weird that those guys are just going forward and blocking, and you have them at that angle.
It's almost like a trips bundle situation.
They almost look like they're playing a defensive end on offense. Drop back to pass. They are going to just go deep to Cofield. Incomplete. And they might be getting Hunter Newman with some hands on Cofield early in the route.
Cofield's definitely a weapon for them at receiver. They like to just throw it up to him, see what he can do.
Oh, I guess they called interference because they just kind of put the ball down where the referee said the flag happened.
Referees want some action tonight too, I guess, Ryan.
Brittany Little.
Paul's on the left hash.
Your card has been found
Approaching midfield again for the Knights. They've been here once so far, but I don't think they crossed midfield, and they're looking to now. Another just slinging it down the sideline, and that's going to be a flag. It's tough. Luke Connors in coverage. There was no physical interaction there, but the ball was grossly underthrown. Cofield tries to come back. Connors is just standing there with his hands up in the air, but he's not allowing the receiver to come back to the ball. And back-to-back penalties gets the Knights in the Bearcat territory.
That's been their best play of the night. Just throw the ball up and see if the Bearcats can commit a pass interference penalty. So they got more penalty yards than total offense.
Well, they're not running post or anything like that. They're running go. So if I'm the corner, once I'm in a sprint, I got to turn my head and find the ball. I wouldn't be afraid of losing track of the receivers because they're running just go routes. It's going to be a run on the right side, and they're going to get some space to run. He gets the edge. This is number 7, Minnesota, and he's going to be pushed out at the 10, and the Knights are in the red zone.
It's a quick little running back for the Knights there, right? He caught the edge pretty fast.
Anybody who wants the spelling on this Minnesota, because it sounds so much like just Minnesota, it is Menses Soto. S-O-T-O. There's a space there.
It's a different one.
Sounds like I'm just struggling to say the word Minnesota.
Best field position for the Knights so far tonight, Ryan. We're going to get a timeout here for the Knights.
We're getting a timeout. We'll take one with them.
Are you ready to buy a home? Call Chase Pearson at Supreme Lending. Fast closings, expert advice, and personal service that will make the mortgage process easy. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Chase gets it done. Call him today at 972-559-0952.
Pilot Point, your new hangout is here. Moto and Latte, where coffee meets community. From handcrafted espresso to fresh roasted beans, it's the fuel to your road ahead. Come and see us at 110 East Liberty Street in downtown Pilot Point.
And we're back here, first and goal from the 10-yard line for the Knights, who aided by a couple penalties and one big run from Minnesota. And the Knights are here looking to score.
Right, I'm not sure what they're going to do here because they're not very successful in the run game so far, and passing game's just a throw-up go route, so I'm not sure what they're going to look for here.
So they're going to try to get the left edge with the quarterback. They are, and the Bearcats just on it immediately, shooting the gap there for the Bearcats. Josh Chumley along with Rangel and Eli Noblet.
Yeah, the Knights were not able to set the edge there. They had several Bearcats waiting for him, and Chumley shot the gap, was able to make the tackle.
This is the best drive of the night for the Knights, and that big loss on second down is going to make it tough on them.
They do not move fast to the ball at all. A lot of walking around, definitely something different we're seeing.
One receiver to the top of the screen, Gorillo at quarterback. He's going to take the snap, drop straight back. He's a lefty, and he's trying to throw a crossing route. And it looked like they were trying to leak Angel Cano out on a crossing route on the backside while bringing that top receiver on a drag. And they might have had it if Gorillo would have held on to it just a little longer, but the ball falls harmlessly to the turf. I think the Pilot Point secondary might be getting their hands on a ball here soon if Gorillo keeps putting it in the air.
Yeah, they're just teasing those secondary players here, Ryan. You trying to call an interception here,
I
Ryan?
didn't call anything. I'm just saying. One receiver right, one left, tight end right. Gorillo at quarterback takes the snap, and it's going to be a run to Soto on the right side. And Soto had to fight just to keep his hands on the ball and ultimately loses a bunch of yards, and it's going to set up a 4th and long for the Knights. 4th and goal from the 23-yard line. Well, this is where they can go to their best play on the drive. Just throw it deep and hope for an interference penalty.
Yeah, I think the Bearcats are going to be prepared for that. They're probably going to have several players back and look for number 1 for the Knights there. It's probably going to be our biggest key with Cofield, seeing what he can do. Well, I'm wrong because he's not out there. It looks like the Knights
goal
are kicking
formation here. It's going to be a 40-yarder. This is Soto going to kick it from the 30, middle of the field. The snap is high, and Soto's just looking to throw it. He slings it up, intercepted. Let's make something happen here for the Bearcats. That's Locke. Locke taking it down the sideline, getting some blocks. He's going to take it all the way. Pick 6 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, what a play. Bumble kick. Just threw it up, tried to see what could happen right into the Bearcats' hands.
You know what the Bearcats did an excellent job of right there? There were 4 of them. Any one of them could try to catch the ball, and ultimately they let Locke catch it, and Locke takes it all the way. Carter Locke with the house call for the defense, expanding this lead to 41-0.
I'm not sure who was down here on the 20-yard line, Ryan, for the Bearcats, but blocking the whole way, able to set the edge or set a path there for David, or for Locke, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I tried to see it on the replay there, but I was looking at the small screen, so I missed it as well. Great blocking down the field to aid that return going all the way back. And Torres has the PAT teed up at the 10. Snap is hard, hold is down, the kick is high, and it's good. 4:15 left here in the first half. Pilot Point 42, Dallas A+0.
Looking for a bank that knows your name and your town? Texas Republic Bank in Pilot Point is your local, community-first banking partner. From personal accounts to small business services, we're proud to be locally owned and fiercely independent, just like you. Come see us on Highway 377 or visit TexasRepublicBank.com. Texas Republic Bank. It's banking like it ought to be.
Hey Pilot Point, it's Chance Kirby with Direct Real Estate. I know in this market you need accurate local information to help you make wise decisions for you and your family. That's why I created the Lake Ray Roberts Real Estate Report. It provides you valuable insight specifically focused on our market. This is not a generic DFW-wide report that none of you can use. It's actual, local, timely information that you need. Please scan the QR code to subscribe. Now let's get you back to the game.
And we're back here in Massey Stadium is rocking here in this blowout on homecoming. This is exactly what you want on a homecoming. Get out big early, and just have fun the rest of the night.
Yeah, Ryan, like I said earlier, definitely going to be able to see a lot of different Bearcats, able to get some touches on the offense and be able to play some on defense as well.
The kickoff is fielded at the 10, going to try to get it up the middle. Guerrillo has nowhere to go before he's tackled at his own 18-yard line. 4:09 left here in the first half. Pilot Point's up 42-0.
At Hometown Pharmacy, you'll get expert service and quality healthcare products fast. Our friendly team helps you find right solutions and equipment that fit your lifestyle. Call Hometown Pharmacy today at 940-686-0123. Hometown Pharmacy, where care feels like home.
John Little has transitioned from the YouTube chat to the Facebook chat. Love to see everybody in the chats getting engaged, especially on a fun night like tonight. We saw a little bit of good, material here in the second half. First down snap, drop back Guerrillo, rolling out left, and he just floats this one up. And Hunter Newman was in a 50-50 battle with the ball there. Cofield and Newman, and the ball comes down to the turf.
Hunter Newman's eyes got big on that one there, Ryan. He's looking for an opportunity to match his teammate Carter Locke there with the pick six.
I'm just saying, you didn't give me credit. I called an interception.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, okay.
Second quarter.
Second and 10, ball is at the Knight 18-yard line. If I'm the Knights coach, I don't know how much I'm slinging the ball just up in the air like that, especially to the wide side of the field. If I'm throwing it, I might try to throw it into the boundary. Flag here. Pre-snap motion on the Knights. I didn't see it. The guy is explaining to 80 what he's done wrong, and I don't think 80's buying it.
Ryan, looks like the average for the Bearcats on the season is 45.5 points per game. We might eclipse that for the first half tonight.
Pilot Point offense can score a lot and can score fast. And they can do it tonight. They're showing they can do it all on the ground or in the air. And right here, the Knights have it teed up in a passing situation or passing formation. And they are just going to try to run it up the middle. And at this point, if I'm them, I'm just trying to get it into halftime.
Yeah. Hunter Newman's ready for Cofield there. I think they're prepared for that go route on the towards the wide side of the field.
Now everyone can see on the bottom right of the screen, Diego Meneses Soda, maybe? Meneses?
I'll let you say that name, Ron. You're doing a
Got to
great
get
job.
AI involved in the broadcast somehow, giving us pronunciations. Maybe that'll be next week. But in the meantime, we have a player down. We're going to get a quick break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Fuller, proud superintendent of Pilot Point ISD. Here in Bearcat Country, tradition meets excellence. From strong academics to athletics and award-winning ag programs, we're building tomorrow's leaders. Every student matters, and every game is a chance to show our pride. Thanks for supporting Pilot Point ISD. Enjoy the game, and let's go Bearcats!
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point has served animals in the Pilot Point area for over 30 years. They offer quality, unmatched care for large and small pets, including preventative care, vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point, where pets are family.
And we're back. The injured Knight was able to get up and get off under his own power. And the Knights have it third and 17 from their own 10-yard line. Kind of no man's land for them tonight, the way they've been throwing the ball in the air.
We're going to get a timeout from the Knights here, Ryan. Looks like they didn't know what play they wanted to call.
Third and final timeout of the first half for the Knights. And they're going to try to figure out what they want to do with 3:33 left here until halftime.
Hey there, Bearcat fans. While the Bearcats are headed toward the goal line every weekend, Raceway Ministries is at speedways all across the country, serving and sharing the good news of God's hope in Christ. Want to know more? Head over to racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Serving Pilot Point since 1878, the Post-Signal is your trusted source for hometown news. From local sports and school events to community milestones, we cover what matters most. Stay connected and subscribe today at postsignal.com.
Ryan, I talked about the pregame show. The Bearcats trying to get the 300 yards on the ground. So far, we're only at 114. It's going to be tough to get to that 300 yards.
Especially with most likely a running clock in the second half. But what they've lacked on the ground, they've made up for in the air. One thing I want to point out here, if you look at the screen, trips here for the Knights. First time we've seen that tonight. I might be looking out for a rollout that way. That's the wide side of the field. They're even moving the running back that way. They're going to roll the pocket that way and look to throw. They step and they throw it, and it's going to be incomplete right into the trips, falls down to the ground, and it's going to be 4th and 17 at their own 10. And I imagine we're going to see a punt here, another opportunity for Hastings Fisher, who the last two times they've punted away from him.
Yeah, definitely look for him to get a big return here in this first varsity game on the year, but we've scored on offense, we've scored on defense. Hopefully we can score on some special teams here.
Technically, the field goal team intercepted it and ran it back for a touchdown. Would that be special teams or defense?
Number 11.
I'll go either way. Whatever you want to say here, Ryan. Kind of a 50-50. Defense was on the field.
Bearcats put two returners back, but Hastings Fisher, here's his chance, cuts it up, speeding, trying to get the right side. Oh, big hit by Gorillo. Fisher hangs on to it. Another good return is going to give the Bearcats 1st and 10 from the Knight 26-yard line.
The Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned and family-run business established in 2003. The Shawn family's experience and exceptional service are unmatched. They carry a large selection of feeds for all animals. While there, visit their retail department and boutique for name-brand clothing, ranch supplies, deer feeders, grills, home decor, and more. Pilot Point Feed, it's more than just a feed store.
And we're back here for the Bearcats, 1st and 10 from the Knight 27-yard line. 3:23 left. I was going to see if Coach Worrell really wanted to get another one before halftime, but in this field position with this offense, there's no avoiding it. The Bearcats are going to try to get in the end zone again, and they're going to do it with Josh Chumley to the left.
Javion James!
Javion James weaving in and out. 27 yards on his, first touch of the night?
First touch of the night. 1 for 1 with touchdowns tonight, Ryan. Another Bearcat score and getting in the end zone.
Boy,
watch this replay
he gets
here,
after
Ryan.
a replay, and he's just shifting left and right, then turns the burners on right up the hash marks, gets in the end zone, and this one's getting out of hand here at around close to halftime.
Oh, we've exceeded the average for the points we score for the season so far. So
almost a 50-burger in the first half of football here tonight. Anthony Torres, PAT. Snap is great. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it's good. 3:17 left in the first half. Pilot Point 49, A+0.
Step into a world of kids' fashion unlike anything found in this area. The eclectic Boho, located in the red buildings at the intersection of Liberty Road and Highway 377 in Aubrey, Texas, offers fashion for your kiddos from newborn to 4T. Be sure to make us, the Eclectic Boho, your first stop for all things kids.
This is James Floyd, owner of Custom Roofing and Construction. We have been helping folks in the Pilot Point area for over 15 years with over 140 projects to date. We are a local company, family owned and operated. If you are unsure of your current roof condition, just reach out to us for a free inspection. And go Bearcats!
With the Village people having a good time here with Anthony Torres getting it teed up, ready to kick it off deep.
Should you just call Bearcat fans Village people, Ryan?
Rudy, it's the band of the music playing.
Okay.
Fair caught at the 10. Now this should give the Knights field position up at the 30. Do these refs not?
No, we're moving up. The chains are at least to the 25.
The line judge puts it down. The head referee just shakes his head and points up the field. The ball's going to be placed at the 25. 1st and 10 for the Knights. At this point, they don't take too much. They take a lot of time to get the plays going, but if they can't get any first downs and they insist on continuing to throw incompletions, this long half can get longer for them. They're going to pass again. They're trying to throw it deep down the sideline. In coverage is Newman, and no pass interference on that, but once again the ball is underthrown. Cofield tries to come back. Hunter Newman did a good job of getting his hands up, but moving out of the way, not allowing the contact to be made by Cofield.
Yeah, I think that's one of the adjustments we've talked about on the sidelines here with the coaches and Hunter Newman. Just the ball might be underthrown, not run into the receiver, give enough space. Great defensive back play there.
Like I was saying earlier, down the sideline they've been running goes. Once the corner's in to full speed, turn your head back, peek, see where the ball is. If they do that, they're going to come away with the ball themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Hunter Newman. 2nd and 10. Drop back pass. Just slinging it again.
Ooh.
Ashton Williamson effed. Both in the position, and if the receiver doesn't go up, that's Cano, get his hand on it. Ashton Williamson might have intercepted it.
Yeah. Ryan, these Knights, they still throw me off with this play clock. It doesn't matter if the clock's running or not. They run that clock as far down as they can. On that play, the clock wasn't running. They snapped the ball with 1 second to go.
They've been doing that a lot. And like you said, I think that's smart from their offense, but keep the play clock running. Keep the game clock running.
Yeah, it's not a benefit if the clock's not running.
You're down 49, and you've wasted 14 seconds on this drive so far. It's going to be a run backwards for Soto. He's going to be brought down at the 14.
Homecoming king making the tackle there tonight, Ryan.
Fernando
Marmolejo.
Fernando Marmolejo. Mr. Homecoming King gets a big tackle for a loss. And, boy, I just can't believe you didn't use more of the clock here. Especially, it's not like Pilot Point's going out and being aggressive and trying to run plays quickly, but they can score on one play from any part of the field. You're really not doing your team a service by not using any of this game clock with the game situation. Soto's going to punt it away from Hastings Fisher, straight out of bounds, and we come back. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half. Bearcats up 49-0.
With over 150 years' experience, Chapin Title in Pilot Point is here to help you. When buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor that you want to use Chapin Title for the experience they have and the convenience of being located right here in Pilot Point. You do have a choice, and that choice should be Chapin Title in Pilot Point.
Champion Equipment is more than just an equipment company. For 25 years, Champion Equipment has served the Pilot Point community with top quality rentals, sales, and service. Led by Champ Walker and his son Michael, they will help you find the right solution for any project. From construction to landscape, Champion offers reliable equipment and expert advice. Locally owned and proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats.
A little over 2 minutes to go here. Shotgun formation for the Bearcats. Snap, roll out left. Evans looking to throw, and he throws another strike. This is Pickrell, caught at the 33, and we're going to get a whistle here after a couple nights get in on the tackle.
On the tackle.
Another great throw by Evans. Good catch by Pickrell.
Got 2 minute timeout, or a 2 minute timeout here.
We'll take a break with a 2 minute timeout and come and see the rest of this Bearcat drive.
Life is full of steps. We learn to take small steps and big steps. We take steps toward adventure, to keep growing. Steps to build a future, to discover what's next. This is banking at its best. This is banking forward.
And we're back here for the final 2 minutes of the half, but the Bearcats might be looking to score before this 2 minute runs out.
Garrett Evans is looking to be the Texas-New Mexico power player of the game, swinging the rock.
Cade Stuckley has been a touchdown machine. I know Evans has been getting him the ball, but Stuckley's making plays on it. He's piling up touchdowns here at Massey, too.
He is. He's definitely fighting for that spot. We've got a lot of Bearcats making great plays tonight, Ryan. It's going to be a tough decision.
We haven't even got to the second half yet where we're going to get a lot of different Bearcats getting touches, trying to get their name thrown in the hat for that.
I think we should be the announcers of the game or player of the game. Great job we're doing tonight, Ryan.
We're going to move on from that and get some district scores here. Second quarter, Pottsboro and Palmer. A lot of points on the board. Pottsboro has a lead in that game, 33-21. And at halftime, Dallas Madison and Whitesboro are tied at 21 apiece at halftime.
Oh, James
First
making a
down
cut.
carry for Drevion James. Tiptoeing, breaking tackles, getting into open field, and getting up inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he's just another weapon for the Bearcats.
Definitely got that big playability there, Ryan. He broke that tackle, and he had an open lane. I thought he might have made it, but that breaking that tackle slowed him down just a hair.
This is where, let's see, the Bearcats using a little bit more clock here, minute and 40 and counting. $49-0 here on homecoming. Two receivers to the top of the screen here for the Bearcats. Rolling out that way to pass.
Stuckley's open.
He's going to throw a deep corner jump ball. Oh. Connors goes up, or is that may not
Riley
be
Hayes there.
Riley Hayes goes up. Ball just outside his outstretched arm. first incompletion of the night for the Bearcats.
I know Garrett Evans is looking to sling the rock and try to hit multiple different targets, but Stuckley was open there in the back of the end zone.
Right between the word pilot and point, right there, wide open.
13-yard line.
Spread the love out here. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. 2 receivers to the boundary here for the Bearcats shotgun. See if they roll out this way to the boundary. They do. Shoulders turn, throws a jump ball to the end zone, and we go up to get it, and we can't come down with it. Good coverage. That looked to be to F. F, number 7 there. Lane F. Just could not come down with it on the jump ball.
Had his hands on it there, but Cofield was able to knock it out.
Cofield seems to be the most explosive player that the Knights have, really trying to get him the ball on offense. 3rd and 10 from the 14 here for the Bearcats. 0 for 2 in their last 2 passes.
Another shotgun formation for the Bearcats. I think we might throw in here again.
Duckley's the tight end, and he's getting out. Draw up the middle. Evans is going to find
Touchdown.
the end zone here late in the half. I was looking for a pass play there, too. So great call on the draw, and Garrett Evans adds to the Bearcats that are on the board with a touchdown tonight. Great run there by Garrett Evans up the middle, picking up a block at about the 5-yard line, helping him get in the end zone to put a 50-burger on the board here in the first quarter.
Told you, Ryan, he's trying to be the Texas-Mexico power player of the game with a rushing touchdown now.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Get engaged in the chat if you want to vote on Texas, New Mexico Power Player of the Game. Anthony Torres, PAT, Caden David with an MVP job of getting that snap down, and the kick is through 56-0 with 1:10 left in the first half.
Here at Sideline to Sideline, we love to talk 3A football.
Pottsboro, then Pilot Point, but Pilot Point might make it with, Chad's been up there. Now this is his, 2nd year. They could slip into the 2nd or 3rd spot.
Hey, they upset Mahay in the first round of the playoffs last year. We also talk 4A and 2A. So check us out each and every week, Sideline to Sideline.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help you out every now and then? As your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agency, that's why we're here, for peace of mind and to help you protect what matters most to you. Call Denton County Farm Bureau Insurance at 940-387-8572 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can protect what matters. Life insurance products underwritten by Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
And we're back here. Torres teed up the kickoff. 1:10 left, and hope for A-plus does themselves a favor and gets this clock running and gets themselves into halftime. Chance to regroup. Fair catch, caught at the 10, going to give them the ball at the 25. And if they come out and run a pass play on first down, their coach is doing them no favors.
Definitely, yeah. But you never know what could happen here, Ryan. They might try to run the ball and get into half. I think we've been pretty healthy on the night. I think we've only had one injury.
And that injured player is back on the field, so nothing major. Get it into halftime, get a chance to regroup, get some conversation, get that running clock going in the second half. We'll have some maybe an equipment malfunction from Jordan Smith.
He's got to get the correct play.
It's going to be an option play left, pitch, and the Bearcats aren't fooled. They make the tackle inbounds, which is going to keep the clock rolling. Bearcats are ready for that option, and Guerrillo, the quarterback, never really sold out. You could tell it was an option from the get-go, which allowed the defense to flow that way and make a tackle.
Looks like the Knights will probably, the way they've been running their offense, dragging this play clock down, probably get one more play before the half.
As long as it's not an incompletion or an out of bounds, which I'm worried about. Well, the pregame centered a lot all-around trap game, not taking this opponent seriously, looking forward to the bye week. There was none of that tonight from the Bearcats here in this first half. Gorilla's going to keep this read option. He's going to get it upfield and get some positive yardage before he takes a few licks. And that is going to get us to halftime. So we are through 2 quarters here at Massey Stadium with your Bearcats leading 56-0. We're going to take a break, get some water, sit down with all this running we've been doing, and get ready for the second half.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
And we're back here getting ready for the second half on this homecoming night at Massey Stadium, where the Bearcats hold a commanding 56-0 lead going into this second half, and they get the ball to start this second half.
Yeah, Ryan, the Bearcats have been explosive on offense, defense, and special teams tonight.
Absolutely. Let's dive into some of these stats. Passing, we got Garrett Evans, really efficient tonight. 6 for 8 for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Most of those yards to Cade Stuckley.
3 catches for 61 yards and 2 TDs tonight, Ryan.
Nice. 2 catches for 22 for David Pickrell and 1 catch for 27 yards for Lane Eft. On the ground for the Bearcats tonight, the leading rusher only has 48 yards on one carry, which is Hunter Newman, which resulted in a touchdown. We have 37 yards from Chumley on 3 carries, 25 yards from David and a touchdown on 2 carries, 47 yards on 2 carries for Drevion James, and 1 carry for a 4-yard touchdown for Lane F. Only 174 yards of offense on the ground for the Bearcats, 56 points on the board.
Yeah, the stats don't necessarily indicate what the score is going to look like tonight, Ryan.
Really good starting field position for the Bearcats most all of the night because of getting the Knights backed up deep in their own territory, forcing those punts, and ultimately just putting Pilot Point with the ball on the Knights side of the field most of the first half.
Yeah, I think there was one time the Bearcats had their ball on their own side of the territory to start a drive.
It's the same amount of times the Knights had the ball in Bearcats territory in the first half. Just that one time couldn't result in any points. And actually, it ended in an interception return for a touchdown for the Bearcats.
Ryan, you think the Knights come out here and try a little surprise onside kick, get back in the second half? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think so. I hope we've agreed upon a running clock here in the second half. But the last time we checked, that discussion hadn't been had. And this is the first time we've seen the Knights try to kick off, and they do we're all going to run to the ball and act like we're going to kick it, but we never actually do things.
Oh, there it is.
It's onside, and the Bearcats
we're going to return that.
Have a chance to return it. That's Connors there, number 1 for the Bearcat. Luke Connor snags it and returns it, and once again, the Bearcats starting field position in Knights territory.
Just saying, Ryan, I'm 1 for 1 on my play calls tonight.
Cameron Wells.
I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, this isn't a game that you're really going to find yourself getting back into, even if you get that onside kick.
For a 28 halftime.
Well, maybe that's one of the deals where they had another 11 Fisher back deep. Hey, they just want to keep the ball out of his hands on the returning, whether it be punt or kickoff, Ryan.
Hastings Fisher has had an electric night returning punts. I imagine this half we're going to see a lot of different Bearcats, and it's going to start immediately with Carter Locke coming out at quarterback for the Bearcats. Hastings Fisher is going to play running back.
And Jason Rangel.
We're going to start with Rangel getting the first touch. He's going to try to get the edge. He does. He gets a block. He's got the sideline.
Down the sideline.
And Jason Rangel's going to stroll into the end zone. One play touchdown for the Bearcats to start the second half.
What a run to start the second half, Ryan.
The Bearcats can just throw waves and waves of ball carriers at you. Great blocking at the point of attack. Great run by Rangel. And couldn't ask for a better start for the Bearcats here in the second half. Bearcats get the touchdown. They're going to swing the gate, and they're going to give Anthony Torres a workout tonight. His leg's going to be sore tomorrow. Tries to don't have him some sort of like pitch count, like a kick count. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's through. 26 seconds into the second half, the Bearcats get to 63 points.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats football season. Open your free e-checking account. No monthly service charge, no minimal balance. Just enroll in e-statements and show your Bearcat pride with the custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Visit pointbank.com to learn more. Point Bank, it's not just banking, it's point banking. Member FDIC.
Bearcats start the second half with a one-play touchdown drive. Jason Rangel finding his way into the end zone. I thought that game was 63, but it's only 62 right now. This kickoff is going to be fielded at the 11. A chance to return, nowhere to go. Tackled immediately at the 15. And I'm hoping to see A-plus try to run the ball a lot here in the second half. Get this clock rolling.
Ryan, right now, it looks like we've had 4 Bearcats with 1 touch and 1 touchdown on the night. You got Hunter Newman, 1 carry, 48 yards and a touchdown. You got F with 1 carry for 4 yards. Rangel for 1 carry, 45 yards. And
Garrett Evans, 1 carry for a touchdown.
Yeah. That's impressive.
First snap of the second half is going to be a quarterback run up the middle. I think this is a different quarterback. Nope, it's Gorilla. And he's just going to take the snap and run straight ahead for 2 yards. And we're going to set up a 2nd and 8 here.
Yeah, Ryan, only 5 yards on the ground for A+ in the first half. So.
On the carry, number 5.
30 yards of total offense. The Bearcats probably had more than 30 yards in penalties in the first half that aided A+ down the field once or twice. But ultimately, the best drive the Knights had in the first half ended in a Pilot Point interception return for a touchdown. 2nd and 7 here for the Knights. Snap. Quarterback's going to keep it off the left side. He's going to get right across the 20 to about the 21. He's going to set up a 3rd and 4 here for the Knights.
2 good positive plays there for the Knights coming out of the half here.
On the tackle, 34, Caleb Reed.
6 yards combined on the first 2 plays, setting up a 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 for A+.
Ruckus bunch of fans here at the stadium for homecoming. Started to thin out a little with the big lead, but it's still loud.
Yeah, got a lot of Proud Bearcat fans here, Ryan.
Play clock under 10, snap, quarterback dive up the middle. He's going to find his way out across the 25 to the 27, which is going to give the A+ Academy Knights, I think, only their 2nd first down of the night that they earned by gaining yardage that wasn't because of a penalty.
Yeah, they had the 25-yard pass play to Cofield for the first down, and that's their 2nd one on the night, Ryan.
Then, though, it's their 3rd. They had a big run down the left side as well. I forgot the Cofield pass. And they had the big run off the left side from Soto. And there's the 3rd first down of the game for their offense. Pistol formation, running back to the left of Gorillo. Motion right to left. Snap. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Ball's on the ground. Fumbles out. And the Knights are able to get back on it, but they're going to lose 2 on the first down carry.
Cameron Wells able to dive back on the ball for the Knights.
A lot of new Bearcats out there on defense. Some that still played in the first half. You got to have some guys still out there, but a lot of new guys across the line of scrimmage. Preston Hastings, who's made his varsity debut tonight, returning kicks. He's playing safety. Shout out some other Bearcats out there. Number 23, Stephen Campbell.
You got number 34, Caleb Reed, sophomore defensive end here.
64, Mateo Villanueva. 2nd and 11 here, 2nd and 12. Snap, low snap. We're going to field it. Quarterback's going to get up the middle. On the tackle there, number 30, Wade Eft. New member to varsity a few weeks ago, got in the end zone. Number 4, Riley Hayes playing defense for the Bearcats. Luke Connor still out there at cornerback.
14, Fernando.
Ryan, this is exciting, getting to see a lot of young Bearcat athletes getting some playing time here, especially being able to stay moderately healthy through the first half, been able to go into a bye week. And so far, it looks like we might be 3-0 in district play.
Throughout the second half, we'll take a look at some of the other games throughout the district. Some interesting, the way they're sitting now, some interesting results. Maybe change the way we look at some of the things in the district. But we'll get to that when those games get a little bit more clear late in them. 2 receivers right. We're going to get a Knights timeout, and we'll come back for this 3rd and 10.
Looking for the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green, so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
Nick's Italian Restaurant in Pilot Point serves authentic New York-style pizza, fresh pastas, and other Italian favorites, all based on his family recipes from Queens, New York. Nick will always treat you like family, whether you dine in, take out, or cater. Taste the tradition and feel the hospitality at Nick's Italian in Pilot Point.
The Knights taking the timeout. The clock is running at a pretty good pace here in the 3rd quarter. Knights keeping the ball on the ground, gained some yardage, got a 1st down, but they're set up with a 3rd and 10 here. Let's see what they want to do.
Ryan, looks like we got Cofield here at the top of the field. He's been their main targeted receiver on the night. Might be a 3rd and 10 pass to him.
Number 1 right there. Two receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the left, running back to the right of Gorillo. And they get the Bearcats to jump, and the referee should have blown the whistle there. Saved Gorillo from getting sacked. Bearcats are going to well, that's why the referee should have blown the whistle. Gorillo is down. He shouldn't have to take that. We're going to get a timeout and come back on the other side.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Hey Bearcat fans, you're probably asking yourself right now, don't I know that voice? Yes, it's Terry Slay, the voice of the Pilot Point Bearcats, and have been for over 35 years. But more importantly, the Slay family has been serving the communities of Lake Ray Roberts in the funeral business. If you find yourself in need of a funeral home, please call us at Slay Memorial Funeral Center, and we'd be honored to take care of your family.
And we're going to be back here on 3rd and 5. So what happened before we went to break was the Bearcats jumped off sides. And when the defense jumps off sides, it's generally not immediately blown dead unless it's a safety risk to the quarterback by defensive guys running through untouched. That's what happened. I felt like they should have blown the whistle. They let the quarterback get hit, and it took them a minute to get up. So they're going to have Jordan Smith, big number 27, taking the snap. And it's just going to be a quarterback run to the right side. Can he drag the Bearcats? He cannot drag them far enough. That's going to be 2 yards, setting up a 4th and 3. And we'll see what the Knights want to do. They've been aggressive. They onside kicked it.
Yeah, they're not going to quit the second half.
This is the shortest yardage they've had on a 4th down. If they're going to go for it, now's the time.
Looks like they're sending the punt team out. Ryan, the last time they kicked in late in the first half, the punter caught the snap, turned almost at a 45-degree angle, kicked you straight out of bounds. Didn't want Fisher to be able to get an electric return like he has been tonight.
Halftime scores, Whitesboro 28, Dallas Madison 7. And in Pottsboro, they're pulling away from the Bulldogs 40-21 in the 3rd quarter. And this punter did the same thing this time, punting it. He wanted nothing to do with Hastings Fisher.
Can't blame him.
We're going to get a break and come back for another offensive possession from the Bearcats.
Hey football fans, this is Laura Bradley, broker owner of SouthernLifeLiving.com, a real estate brokerage located right here in Pilot Point, Texas. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, our firm has several experienced agents to guide you through every step of the process. We want to be your go-to source for all of your real estate needs. Please visit our website at SouthernLifeLiving.com, or you can reach me, Laura, the broker owner, at 940-390-3911.
Carter Locke at quarterback for the Bearcats. Hastings Fisher in the backfield. I right formation. F is the fullback. They're going to pitch it to Hastings, and he's going to get up the field. He's going to get positive yardage, and it's going to set up maybe a 2nd and 4.
Ryan, number 55 there, left guard for the Bearcats, was giving the D-line the business about 5-7 yards downfield with a pancake block.
He got hurt early in the year and hadn't got to play a whole lot since then. Nice to see him out there playing for the Bearcats. Listen to 3 running backs in the backfield. And this is going to be a handoff left side, number 3. Eli Daniels. He brings it back, and he's going to get slung down out across the 40. For a first down across midfield into the Knights territory.
Another great run there by another Bearcat weapon we have in the backfield.
Eli Daniels, I don't think that's his first carry of the year, but he hadn't got a ton. Nice to see good positive yardage there. We're up to 225 yards rushing on the game, 335 yards of total offense, which is wild to see all the points we've put up with that yardage. It's going to be a pitch to F. F's going to get the sideline. Wade F is going to turn it up, lower his shoulder, get out. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 22. Great carry there by number 30, getting his momentum going, getting the edge, and getting it up the field.
Ryan, at this rate, we might see some linemen get some handoffs. Just throwing all kinds of people in the backfield, giving them a touch.
1st and 10 from the 22 of the Knights. Bearcats on the drive, trying to get to 70. First down, it's going to be a pitch to Daniels again. He's going to cut it up at the numbers. He's going to get it out across the 20, down to about the 17. Good yardage on first down.
Another strong positive carry for the Bearcats.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Pilot Point with a 63-0 advantage. See if they try to top last year's 71 points.
Ryan, right now on the night, we got 15 carries for 257 yards, a 17.1 yards per carry average there.
Spread out amongst a ton of different Bearcats as well, which is what's super exciting. And it's going to be another hand. This is Preston Hastings, going to get slung down inside the 15, close to the 10. Right to the 12 is where they're putting it, right about the line to gain. And they're going to move the chains. That's a Pilot Point first down.
Daniel Rodriguez. And that's good for a Pilot Point first down.
Ryan, you got to work on your first down call. I think Terry Slay's got you beat there.
You know, he's been doing this longer than either you and I have been alive. I don't know if we're ever going to catch him.
I think Terry would appreciate the shout out there.
Eli Daniels left side. Can he get the edge? He can. He gets upended, but he's going to get positive yardage. And yes, I believe Terry Slay is up for self-promotion. He's rocking shirts with his own saying on the back of them tonight.
I think you should be handing
those
out.
He was actually trying to sell them this morning, before the game.
Can't blame me. I mean, it's a great call by a legendary Bearcat.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Bearcats.
2nd and 5 from the 7. Deep in the red zone for the Bearcats. Hastings, F, and Daniels in the backfield behind Locke. It's going to be a pitch to Hastings. I think F thought he was going to get it, but Hastings is going to get in the end zone for his first varsity Bearcat touchdown.
Hastings Fisher's moving up to varsity tonight, getting a touchdown. That's nice to see for the Bearcats.
Hastings Fisher with the great carry. I think F thought he was going to get the pitch, and it went right to Hastings Fisher, and he gets it in the end zone. Tough run. I think it was Michael Marsh thinking he was going to get the pitch.
Everybody wants to carry tonight, Ryan.
Well, if they line him up back there, he may be next.
Ryan, we're 1 point or 2 points away right now from matching the outcome of last year, the 71-0. Pilot
Point currently with 69. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Pilot Point 70, A+ 0.
With over 40 years experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote. Call 940-390-8656 today.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating and cooling unit? Power Air can handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Power Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing a full consultation so you can choose the system that's right for you, your home, and your business. Call today at 817-487-2286 to schedule your service now. That's Power Air, 817-487-2286.
And we're back after another Bearcat touchdown. Every drive for the Bearcats tonight has ended in a touchdown.
We got 7 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns on the night, Ryan.
Anthony Torres with a kick, a high looper caught at the 20. A+ trying to find some room to return. Soto's going to get the right side before he's pushed out at the 37-yard line. Good field position comparative to what they've had the rest of the night for the Knights.
Yeah, Ryan. Bearcats also 274 yards on the ground, looking to eclipse that 300 like I talked about in the pregame.
You're holding on to that.
I said it would work, all right? Looks like we might run this third quarter out with a rolling clock here, Ryan. And we do.
That's going to do it for 3 quarters here tonight at Massey Stadium. Bearcats 70, Knights 0. We'll go to a break and bring you the 4th quarter next.
Does your lab want a swimming pool? Does your Maine Coon want that window in the sun? How much space do your horses need? Maybe you're shopping for future chickens or a mini cow. Whatever you or your pet's home buying needs are, Whitney Delcourt at Lake Country Lifestyle Real Estate is ready to help you find it. Call Whitney today at 214-724-1607 or visit her website at lakecountrylifestyle.com.
At Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble, we offer something for every child, starting at age 3. Preschool classes to elite tumbling, every class is packed with energy, encouragement, and skill building. Kids tumble, jump, and learn in a safe, exciting environment where all abilities are welcome. Join the gym where confidence is built and every child shines. Your journey starts here at Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble.
The Knights are going to take over possession at their own 37-yard line. 1st and 10, start of the 4th quarter. We're going to see a new quarterback out there, number 4, Emmanuel Mendoza, taking over for Garello. Tight formation here from the Knights. Snap, bobbled snap. Quarterback has nowhere to go with it. 4 or 5 Bearcats in on the tackle. Who comes up from the bottom of the pile? Looks to be number 23 for the Bearcats, Stephen Campbell. Josh Martinez also in on the play, getting there early. Number 62, Kevin Rodriguez as well for the Bearcats.
Ryan, that defensive line for the Bearcats has been getting great penetration all night. Before the snap, I was watching number 50s in a 4-point stance, and there can't be 3 inches from him and his belly on the ground. He is low, looking to get great penetration up front.
If that was you, your belly would probably be on the ground.
Absolutely.
Down 13 for A+.
Getting set up. 3 defensive linemen in the over guard, center, guard. Daring them to try to run it up the middle. Looking to pass, step up. Oh, this is Jordan Smith. Steps up on the quarterback draw. Going to get to the original line of scrimmage plus some. And going to set up 3rd and 8. I'd like to see that boy sling it. Let him throw it.
Let him sling it, Ryan. I'm with you. I also want to see him out in the open field. Let's see what his top speed is.
I want to see the curl route he ran early in the game. Third and 8. Drop back, Jordan Smith looking to pass, scrambling, and he's going to be sacked.
Fumble.
Caleb Reed. Are they going to mark him down or are they going to call it a fumble?
Bearcat ball.
No, they're marking. It's going to be a turnover. Caleb Reed recovers the fumble, and the Bearcats will take it 1st and 10 when we come back.
For over 40 years, Chandler Cabinets has been crafting top-quality cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and innovation. From concept to completion, their award-winning designs bring style and function to every space. Experience excellence built to last. Visit chandlercabinets.net or find them on Facebook. Chandler Cabinets, over 40 years of excellence.
And we're back here on a beautiful night for football. I'm colorblind, but I've been told that's an orange moon.
Even the moon's supporting the Bearcat homecoming tonight, Ryan.
All signs pointing to a big night for the Bearcats, and this homecoming couldn't have gone better than it's gone so far. 2 backs behind Carter Locke. Snap is going to be pitched left. This is Michael Marsh with his first carry inside the 30. He hit it with some speed there as he got upfield.
Well, his legs were moving 100 miles an hour, Ryan.
First carry of the year for the senior, gets it up the hash marks and gets about 6 yards on that first down carry. District scores. Palmer closing the gap to Pottsboro, 40-28. Whitesboro expands the lead to 8. Both those games in the third quarter. We're going to get a second timeout of the half from A-Plus Academy. Come back with a second 4 in night territory.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with a mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 Jakes Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats.
Need a mechanic you can trust? Key Auto in Pilot Point delivers honest, expert repairs without the dealership prices. From routine maintenance to tricky fixes, they get right the first time. Locally owned, highly rated, and always fair. Stop by Key Auto today, where your car and your wallet are in good hands. 608 North Washington Street in Pilot Point.
And we're back here, 2nd and 4 of the Bearcat offense. Carter Locke in at quarterback. Riley Hayes in the backfield along with, I think that's Hastings Fisher. And it's going to be a pitch to Hayes, right side, trying to find some room. Stiff arms, breaks a tackle. He's going to get right almost to the line to gain for a first down, just short. Going to set up a 3rd and 1. Inside the night 25-yard line.
Ryan, fun fact about Riley Hayes, he's a kinfolk of mine. I believe first, second cousin, something like that.
You think?
He's a cousin. I don't know what level of classification.
Interesting. Okay. 3rd and 1 for the Bearcats. Pitch left. This is Fisher again. Cuts it up the hash mark with speed around the edge.
No, that's Michael Marsh. It's Michael Marsh on the touchdown.
Holy cow, what a run.
We do have some laundry on the field, though, Ron. I don't know if we're going to get this called back.
He hit that with speed. I thought it was Fisher. Talking about Fisher's dad's 100-meter speed. I was told this Michael Marsh's dad was somewhat of an athlete back in the day as well. Up for debate.
Up for debate, yeah.
The touchdown's going to come off the board and be backed up for a hold. He exploded through that hole, and so that's his second carry of the year. Haven't really got him the ball much. He gets the ball, and he showed speed getting up the field.
He did, right? And that ref, I was watching the replay. The referee didn't throw the flag till he crossed the end zone for that holding call.
This one's going to Hayes, right side, picks up a block from Fisher, cuts inside the 10, going to be brought down a couple yards shy of the first down.
Great run there by Riley Hayes.
On the carry number 4, Riley Hayes on the tackle.
Rotating backs in.
For A+. 29, Browner.
I'll be looking right here. That's who I think is going to get the ball. And they're going to Marsh. He's going to try to get upfield again.
He's got the corner.
He does! Touchdown! Reaches it out, crosses the goal line, and that's well-deserved. Some of the huge blocks he's laid on touchdown runs this year. It's nice to see him get in the end zone and get one of his own.
Watch this replay here, Ryan. Breaks the tackle. Just
outruns the guy around the edge, turns it up, no one's left. And the Bearcats about to get to what might be a pretty special number to one of us. 77 points is possibly on the board here.
It's a great jersey number, Ryan. Let's hopefully we can get it here. Don't need you having an announcer jinx on us.
That wasn't even on my mind. Oh no!
Oh, you son of a gun!
The snap is high. Rolling out, Kate David. It's out. It's complete. Kate Stockley. Another 2-point conversion, and we're gonna skip right over 77 and go to 78. 5:23 and counting. Pilot Point 78. A+0.
Looking for reliable insurance coverage? Wood Insurance in Whitesboro has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, business, farm, or RV insurance, their experienced team is there to find the perfect policy for you. With access to many top-rated carriers, they strive to get you the best coverage at the best price. Call today, 903-564-6469. That's 903-564-6469.
We're back here, Pilot Point, 78 points on the board. 71-0 was this matchup last year. The Bearcats improved, but so did A+. Thought it was probably pretty unlikely we'd go with 70+ tonight. And the Bearcats offense just kept plugging along. The defense kept forcing the Knights into awful field position. And this has been the result. Kickoff is deep, and it's fair caught at the 11. The Knights are going to get probably one more possession before we run this out with the running clock. We've had some discussion about the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game. Last couple minutes, last minute or two maybe to vote in the chat.
South Florida 56, UNT 28.
I know I have my vote.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one tonight though, Ryan. We've got 7 different rushing touchdowns from Bearcats, I believe. Sorry, 8. We got 2 receiving from Stuckley. Right now, we got 3 receptions for 61 yards for Stuckley.
First and 10 for the Knights. Under 3.5 minutes to go here. Knights doing the right thing, letting some clock run here. Take the snap, handoff up the middle. Good run up the middle. Where has this guy been all night?
Number 20 there, Ryan?
Jose Ostie. Ostie with some explosiveness right up the middle.
On the carry, number 20, Jose Ostie. Brought down by number 4, Hayes.
Great run there on first down, giving the Knights one of their handful of first downs on the night.
45-yard line.
First down here, motion left to right, snap, handoff up the middle. Ostie again with some speed up to the 50. That's going to set up a 2nd and 5. Time for the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game. Almost got one a few weeks ago. Tonight's is the first official Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game. Cade Stuckley, 3 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had the 2-point conversion on the opening touchdown and the 2-point conversion on the most recent touchdown. He's been piling up trips in the end zone over his last couple games, especially here at Massey.
Definitely the right deserving player for Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game, Ryan.
He has all 5 of his touchdowns on the season in his last 3 games here at Massey, stacking them up. Still wondering where he gets his athleticism from. It seems to be a debate in the family.
We're going to have some tough Thanksgivings here, Ryan. We got Marsh to see who's the better athlete. We got Stuckley seeing who's the better athlete. It's going to be a tough debate for family Thanksgiving this year, Ryan.
Well, this Bearcat team's putting it all on the field, letting all their players get the touches, get some points. Nice to see Michael Marsh get in the end zone. And the Bearcats have eclipsed 300 yards rushing tonight. I'm not going to lie. I get you called it. I get that's what you said. But if I told you when this night ended, the Bearcats only had 307 yards rushing, I think you would have been concerned.
Yeah, I would
how
have
this
been a
turned
little
out.
concerned. I would feel like it'd probably be a lot closer matchup than 78-0, but 300 on the ground, 5-0 on the season when we eclipsed 300 yards.
Bearcats moving to 3-0 in district and 6-1 on the season. Still can the district championship, the destiny is in our hands. We're going to get a bye next week. Going to get a bye next week before we go on the road, and we end the season with at Pottsboro, at Whitesboro, and then at home versus Whitesboro? Pottsboro in 2 weeks, and then at home against Whitesboro maybe, and then on the road at Dallas Oak Life. If I remember correctly, that's it. But those 3 games will be huge, not just for playoffs, but maybe the district championship.
Yeah, we're in the driver's seat for that, Ryan. As Terry Slay said earlier, we are undefeated against bye weeks. Wish that helped us in our district play.
I can't lose that next week. Osteen with another carry around the left side. 4 yards on 3rd and 4. It looks like it might be a Bearcat first down. Under a minute left. I imagine we get one play left here in this game. Ball across midfield. I do think A+ will have to run one more play. But barring Osteen going to the house on this play, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see a man tackled here. Osteen getting around the edge. He's going to get more positive yardage, come down inbounds. But I believe that's going to do it tonight. Homecoming, the Bearcats victorious 78-0 over the A+ Academy Knights. What a performance. We were looking at maybe being a trap game. This would be hard to recover from a big win last week, and nothing was hard about this one.
Yeah, another thing, Bearcats giving 4 quarters of effort, no letdown for the Bearcats all night. Great outcome. Another big win in district play.
Bearcats shaking hands. Texas New Mexico Power Player of the Game, Cade Stuckley with 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Garrett Evans passing tonight, 6 of 8, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Cade Stuckley, like I said, 3 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pickrell, 2 catches, 22 yards. Lane F, 1 catch, 27 yards. And then on the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different Bearcats get touches tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different rushers score touchdowns. That doesn't include Cade Stuckley's receiving touchdowns. So 9 different Bearcats scoring the 11 touchdowns we had tonight.
Weapons all over the place. I don't even think there's that many tools in a Swiss Army knife, Ryan.
We'll have to fact check that one. We'll bring you that next week on the Custom Roofing and Construction pregame show. But that'll do it here tonight. Homecoming at Massey Stadium. Bearcats moved to 6-1 on the season, 3-0 in district with a victory 78-0 over A+. By next week. On the road the week after that in Pottsboro. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you there. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.